All right. Like, share, subscribe. What's going on with everybody? Hey, they was trying to not let me in because I had a scheduled stream, but had to do it again. They wouldn't let me go on, so I just did it again. Reset the computer, yada 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 yada. Uh, we just gonna go ahead and get it to a shout out to everybody once again. Shout out to everybody in Lions Den basketball community. This is Old Head Podcast. We gonna have a good show. Chop it up. I'm feeling it this day. I'm working every day this week. And tomorrow is, yeah, picked up at, I didn't come on Friday. So I was, yeah, so I've been, I've been working on a mission. But anyway, we about to get into the games from last night. Tonight's games, you got Indiana against Cleveland. Indiana's trying to close the doors on, on Cleveland. Um, Then you got the Nuggets, and you got OKC. I think the winner of this game. I pick OKC to win this series anyway. But I really just think it's their time right now. You know, it's so wide. The West was already wide open as it is anyway. In my opinion, I've been saying that, but then again, what do I know? All right, so we're gonna go to yesterday. The New York Knicks. Um, They took a 3-1 lead over Boston, 121 to 113 in Minnesota. They beat Golden State 117, 110. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give my thoughts on this. Just get this out the way. Um, I did pick Boston to win the series, but I was wrong about that. I didn't think they was going to get picked this early. I really think Boston played around too much, and it came back and bite them. You know what I mean? So, and then prayers up for Jason Tatum because he was balling, man. He was. It's injuries is just unfortunate, man. It's just very unfortunate, you know. But they it's just a part of the game. But it really come at all time high than I ever seen, you know, in this era. So in Minnesota, they took care of Golden State. You know what I mean? And Ant Man, man, even though McDaniels ain't been playing great, but his defense, and shout out to him though, he's from Tacoma, Washington, out in the Evergreen State. You know, they just clicking right now. I'm just the type right now just give people their credit, man. I know injuries is a part of it, and sometimes it just happens, man. Even if Steph Curry was playing, I still think Minnesota was going to get him. That's just my honest opinion. I'm not backing down from my stance or anything like that. People just don't understand other people's opinions now. Now is you gotta be you're a hater and everything else, whatever the case might be. But I ain't worried about all that. But they up 3-1, and I think it's over for the Warriors. I know everybody's killing Jimmy Butler, and Draymond was playing good early, and Brzezinski he had to, I, it's for the Warriors to go out like this to me is very sad. But then again, they did it to themselves because they let all that they superpower they used to have potent offers coming off the bench. They don't even have that no more. So, and do they really develop people? I mean, I'm just asking questions, and I ain't, because Kaminga now I see a lot of coaches. I was gonna say this yesterday. I seen a lot of coaches in this era like they wait till the last minute to start, pulling out your bullets. You know what I'm saying? And we already discussed the Kaminga situation, but then in my mind, in my head, I was like, why is this dude is not playing at all? But we know why he's not playing. But at the same time, it's like, man, like he couldn't get no burn. I mean, he's highly talented. I say this all the time, man. A lot of these players, man, they go to these situations in this era, you know what I mean, and they don't. A lot of these teams, a lot of these teams now, they don't maximize of what the player really has, and then when the player goes somewhere else, and then they start maximizing, it's all you need is a chance. He's still young, and and all these players are young as well. It gets younger and younger and younger. Look at all these 19-year-olds coming in the league next year. Also the ones that are coming from college overseas. You know what I mean? So I'm just ready for it all. I'm just ready for it all. It come on at 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna kick with y'all for about a couple hours, maybe three. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ron? Yeah, hey, yeah, 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 Barnes. But this is the thing that they won a championship with Harrison Barnes, and then Jay Reed figure out how to beat him. You know what I mean? And then they begged for Kate. Then they begged KD to come. Allegedly, they went all the way to wherever he was at and asked him to come play. And then this is what I don't understand. They didn't keep that. They didn't keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and the Knicks, man, hey, you know, I just remember them days when y'all was talking all that stuff about the New York. They was gonna be sustainable and all of that. I don't hear nobody. I don't see nobody no more. I don't see nobody no more. I think it's gonna be the Knicks, and I think it's gonna be the Pacers, and this time it's gonna be a different story because they both had injured players last year. So may the best team win. That's what I think it's going to be. Just like how it was back in the day, Pacers and the Knicks, 80s, 90s is when I was seeing it, early 2000s. Yeah, but that's crazy. Oh, yeah, I see you, Piper. Shout out to my boy Underrated. I dropped the link for everybody to come through, man. Hey, but salute to my brother James, salute to my brother Underrated. What's good, y'all?
What's up with it? What's up with it?
What's good? What's good?
And
What's good, fam?
we were
What's
just
up,
talking about the
underrated
games
David?
from last night.
Yeah,
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 I
big.
heard you cooking on that Golden State shit, bro. What's up with that? What made you pick on that topic?
Nah, because I was thinking how they got beat, right? Look at how they getting beat right now, right? And
Yeah,
look where how they missed. This is me. I ain't steal this from nobody. I'm staying over here. I've been talking about this stuff over here. But anyway, we got in. We was talking about a little bit like a couple of streams ago. Look at all the pieces that they had and they let go. Now you're on the brink. You got Django, but Django ain't the same player like he was when he played for Miami, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Cause he is a little bit older and everything like that. But look how they missed on Wiseman. They had that dude out. Remember we was sitting there on the streams. It was like, man, they got this dude out here shooting 3 pointers. Why you just use him like an Andrew Bogut, just protect the paint? They didn't even want to, and he was younger. There was And then who they end up having? Then they had Jordan Poole, and then they let Raymond sat there and Safari punched the dude, and it got him traded. They had KD, So to me, I don't think it's the end for Steph, but everything always ends good. It always end up being bad for anybody, for all your favorite players. And Dynasty, I forgot we live in the era now. The favorite players is bigger than the team.
Yeah, facts. I agree with that part. But see, this is what I say. I think they should have stayed patient because Harrison Barnes just helped you won one in 2015 because he had a
I
bad
was
game
just
in
talking about that.
16. Because he had a
Hmm.
bad game in 16. We seen a lot of people have bad years and bad series. That don't mean you jump off them and stack the deck high as you can, but that move came from what the role player did, the shift of power, the player empowerment.
Hmm.
So I don't knock the move. I
I
just
didn't
felt
knock it
like
either.
Harrison Barnes was way much younger, a much younger talent. Like you said, you had Wiseman. That you was drafting good. You just had to develop these players and to become something that that you wanted to help your team. I wouldn't have had Wiseman shooting no goddamn threes. He'd have been his ass down there on that block, posting up, protecting the paint. And Durant can roam around and be that enforcer of this era, supposedly, like they say he is, of that defender, all-purpose defender, could guard all five positions and this and that. That would have held Wiseman out. The Raymond is not a good teacher because I'm gonna bring up a point where Steph Curry broke his hand and he missed that whole year. He came out and said, if I average 20 and 10, what that's gonna prove? Bitch, what the fuck you mean what that's gonna prove? It's gonna prove a whole lot. That shows you
Hmm.
working on your fucking game. That shows you willing to do what the team asks you to do because you're missing a star player. So they need you to do more scoring than anything. You ain't working on shit. You just run around there like a fucking Tasmanian devil getting $100 million for nothing. I can do that shit, run around hacking up people and choking people out. Fuck.
Yeah. And not only that, y'all remember that year, to stay right there. So you remember that year when he did say that and everything. And then they would look what they had, Jay. Remember, we was saying that over here, man. We was on my channel. Was like, man, why they got this man out here shooting 3 pointers? I mean, just that don't understand it. And then they had everybody that was on that team. They just had them boys out there shooting threes. I'm like, this is not Klay Thompson, because Klay Thompson he had an ACL. Steph was gone, and Raymond sat there and said what he said. But this is me though. To me, I thought he should have been a whole lot better player than he actually is. Because the way he was playing at Michigan State, he was playing that point forward, pushing the ball, scoring, and everything like that. I thought that he was gonna still be like that kind of player, but he didn't. But that Warriors thing is looking bad. But shout out to Ant Man. I'm not gonna knock these boys for knocking these boys out the pillar. Like I said, if Steph Curry was playing, I still would have picked him to beat them. I still would pick Minnesota to beat them. Minnesota. One thing about this is a learning thing for this group though too, because you got new pieces. You got DiVincenzo, you got Julius Randle. Julius Randle has been balling these playoffs.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So shout out to Julius Randle. See, I always had Julius Randle back, but everybody disagreed. You don't like him? Okay, that's fine. I think he's a good player. You got to think about it. He missed his last 2 seasons. He been hurt. Now the man's healthy, he's showing. You got to get adjusted. I like DiVincenzo too, but sometimes Minnesota to me get in their own way. They got to clean that up. They got to, because you can't be sitting there having crazy turnovers and stuff like that in it, especially you get to the NBA final, especially the conference finals, especially the NBA final. There's too much sloppy basketball out here. Yeah, it's been physical. I do like the physicality and everything like that, but then at the same time, these players don't know how to shoot, don't know how to play with how it is when we was growing up. You know, they
To me,
shot
they don't they
short.
don't
Go ahead.
they don't play under control enough for us. What system are y'all running besides just jacking up threes? It ain't no system. Like you had the
Hmm.
triangle, you had the pick and roll in Utah, you had different little play ways you can play. You know what I mean? So if you implement an offense where you can get the best out of these players, that's why I say coaching is shit water in this league. The coach, I
Yeah.
almost think the coaches will be able to coach this era because it's a player empowerment league. So you taking away
Mm-hmm.
from a lot of stuff because if the coach can't say nothing, the coach say something, he worrying about getting fired. Why the hell we got coaches in the league anyway? We should have niggas like Bill Russell, players coaches. You know what I mean? And them
Mm-hmm.
dudes IQ not that high enough to be on the sideline trying to coach and all that there. I'm
It'd be
just
like
being honest.
it's like an AAU game. The NBA to
Yeah,
me is like AAU basketball to me. It's been
ain't
looking
number
at that's
pickup.
my first. That's what it looks like to me. And I'm not. I'm man. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I'm not gonna take a dump on these players though. But I always said this. I give these players they prosper. I never put these players over the people that I seen, and I can't. I can't do that. That's to me. That's disrespectful as it is. Even I don't even think like that because this game started way before, and to that little troll gonna say that little smart comment about Jay Reed, dude. We've been talking about basketball before Jay Reed. We've been talking about basketball before Jay Reed. Before he came over there and hijacked the franchise and everything like I said he was going to do. And the models get rid of the ad. I told you by the time that dude sat there and get done with the Lakers, they ain't got nowhere near to stand on.
Mm.
What the league was, peace to everybody in your family. The what the
Go
league
ahead.
is and go more, brother James, point and everything. We see that the coaches that coach both sides of the ball, they had control and then they was
Yeah,
teaching. You know what I'm saying? But now I want you to hear what I'm saying. Outside looking in, you got the players is the parent and the coaches is the kid. That's
that
the
what it looked like.
end of basketball.
Yeah.
I'm
Out of
glad you
all
brought that up.
sports, I'm glad you said that too, because out of all sports that I watch, this is the only sport that I've seen NBA. You don't have a coach. That's why I love college because it's still structure, it's learning, everything like that. But NBA, it's like, mm, you might as well not have a coaching staff or anything like that. They say the players run the league. I told y'all 2 years ago, well, whenever that came up, remember on that player empowerment, I was like, this is gonna go two ways, but I already know it's gonna be. You're gonna have people. It's gonna be good in a sense, and then it's gonna be bad. 'Cause people gonna, as my boy James said, they're gonna cheat the system.
Mm.
It's getting crazy. This is crazy. But shout out to New York Knicks because Brunson did. That was his best game that he played to me last night.
Yeah.
He
I was
he,
just
he
about to
was
ask
balling.
y'all that. What?
Bridges was balling too.
Bridges,
Shout
yeah.
out to Bridges. Bridges was balling too.
Hey, that was a
You
big
know,
pickup for New York. That Bridges
Yeah.
pickup, that was one of the sneakiest pickups that I noticed that people not really talking about. And
Now you
people
want
Talk
keep
to
saying,
about it, but they don't want to hear me.
know why?
people,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because ain't nowhere in the world he should have went for 5 first-round picks. That's crazy, yo. They
yes,
overpaid
that part.
extremely for him. And I'm not saying McHale ain't a good player. Like he a damn good player. But bro,
oh Ryan, hold on,
Ain't
Ryan.
missed
How
no
many picks?
games.
How
they
many
went
picks they gave
Five,
up for that
five
nigga?
five first
five.
round
Wow.
picks, bro.
5 first
Damn.
round picks. I
NBA's
agree
a
with that
30
as a
game,
New
ain't it?
Yorker. I agree with that.
Ooh, I ain't know that Ryan time, but
Yes,
salute big
like
dog.
like they
I
they
knew that.
they mortgage
Hmm.
everything right now. Like I ain't going front, but I'm fucking with New York because they don't put all that money into their roster. Carl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. You feel me? They gave OG Anunoby the money. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Josh Hart. So they like, yo, we here. We got to
We
go. We
all
got
in.
to take
Yeah.
our shot. Yeah. We got to take same thing with Boston. I'm mad Jason Tatum tore his Achilles because he not even playing next year. You feel me? Like that's one that take
And
about a
new
year to recover.
ownership.
And the
And
ownership.
new
So that
ownership.
team gonna be broken up. But who trading for who trading? Who trading for Jason Tatum?
I want to ask
Nobody.
this question. What team in the NBA right now that's left off in the playoffs besides New York and the Timberwolves? That's the only two teams that I see that's really constructed for as inside out. They can play inside or they can play outside with this era. Like I'm thinking
Hmm.
these two is on a collision course. I know Indiana young. but I think they still got a lot to learn. And I think just the experience from adding OG, Mikal going to the finals, you know what I mean? Carl Anthony Towns being in the Western Conference Finals last year, Brunson doing what he did without Luka. I think them two, that'll be a better matchup in the finals, if you ask me. Two fresh teams, two teams did
Minnesota
it
should
the
have went
right way.
last year.
They should have won last year. Yeah. And but see the thing about the two teams, good, that's a good point again, James, that people fail to understand is, you know, when you have players that have been deep in the playoffs or who've been in the playoffs, they know what it is. And see,
Yeah.
this is the thing, this is the thing that I said the other people don't like to talk about, because I talked about this for a whole lot and stuff like that. And so get back to my team is the Knicks and stuff. Like, listen, what happened to Jason Tatum? We wish him the best, a speedy recovery. Media stop saying like, oh yeah, Tatum was stupid play. They would still be no, we would still win that game anyway because we were scoring, we were clamping down, and you have to understand one thing. Boston with Tatum had him do everything. And sad thing about it, the body just give out, and sometimes it's like that.
Did she slap you glasses?
And so stop saying that. Yo, give us our credit, yo. Stop.
That's the fact. Y'all created that separation before he got hurt. Y'all went up 7 before he got hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
so y'all created. Yeah, that was y'all game yesterday. You know what I mean? That injury, I hate that injury, yo. I hate that injury for any athlete. Like, cause you really got to sit down with that one. Like they done modified the ACL injury, so you know that ain't as bad as it once was. But that Achilles,
Yeah,
I mean, like, yeah. So now you got to look at it. They about to blow that Boston team up with new ownership. Drew Holiday on his way out. They probably going to send Porzingis on his way out. If not,
he's out.
You know what I mean? Jalen Brown.
Damaged goods.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't think nobody going to touch Tatum right now. You know what I mean? So it's just like they'll be taking.
I like how Boston built their team, but to me, they just settled for too many threes. They bought into this new era instead of playing their game. Jason is a better mid-range, pull back to the basket, face up. He could do it all, but he just settled to play how this era want them to play. Just jack up three, step back three, step back three. I'd have seen Taysom get really in his bag, get to that mid-range, get to that free throw level, and get his numbers that way without having to jack up all these goddamn threes.
If you remember, yesterday in the game when New York went up by like I think 6 or whatever, because Boston had missed them threes, Jason Tatum went to the rack 3 plays in a row and tied the game back up. You feel me? And I said, "Oh, he's playing basketball. He ain't just settling for threes." You feel me? I said, "Oh, Jay." I said, matter of fact, for like his 35th, 37th, 39th point, the nigga went to the basket on him. And I was like, damn, it looked strange because I'm just used to seeing these niggas hoist up threes. I said, oh, so this nigga do know how to play basketball.
I've been saying that since game 1. The free pointers been killing. I've been saying that since game 1. Boston can easily get to the rim, but they want to jack up 3-point shots, and they kind of killed them in this series right now.
Right.
That's been their DNA though, because what I said, somebody got an echo, but ever since they lost to the Warriors, I've been saying that like, dude, and then the next following year I was like, dude, they playing just like the Warriors. I'm like, dude, like I don't understand them. Like just to James' point, I seen Jason Tatum get in his bag and really do big time damage without the 3 ball.
Hey yo, but T Price, the difference was though, New York ran that. I mean, Golden State ran that modified San Antonio, Chicago offense. They ran a modification, so it was a lot of back cuts. You feel me? Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff from the elbow, of that mid-range jump shots. Like you seen Clay take a million mid-range jump shots. So their offense was based upon motion. Yeah, they heated you down from the 3-point shot, but it wasn't taking 53s a game, bro. Not even Golden State was taking 53s a game.
Right, they scored a lot in the paint off them back cuts.
That's a fact. Golden State on a hot night, Golden State might have took 33s. Mm-hmm. But you talk about a team that averaged 53s a game, bro. They just coming down half court throwing it up. But
That's
that's
bad
they
basketball.
Hey, and not
it's
only
about
that,
spacing and shooting.
threes, bro.
It's about
and
spacing and shooting. So that's what they want. Just pick and roll and then throw up threes.
Yeah.
and not only that, what I always say in the basketball game in the NBA, whoever gets the rebound, shoot another three ball, another offensive rebounder, go look for another person, shoot another. I'm like, dude, I be saying, like, dude, just dump the
The
ball.
best time to shoot threes is on offensive rebound. But if you coming down the court just to run a set to get a 3-point shot, that's bad offense.
Mm-hmm.
It should always go inside out. Even when you seen the Phoenix Suns when they was running a little run and gun offense, it was designed to get the ball into the paint and then kick out instead of just coming down running a motherfucking, a pin down or coming off a double staggered or, a flare and just looking for a three. It was
Now,
always Steve Nash probing, getting into the paint, see if he got an outlet like a slasher or Amari Stoudemire or somebody cutting to the lane to get an easy bucket. And if that wasn't available, he sucked the defense in with him driving into the paint and then kicking out for threes. So you got to get a paint touch first.
That's your squad, Golden State. Would you attest to that, man? Yeah, I didn't shoot that many threes, as many threes as Boston shoot this year.
No, not at all. Boston got the record, bro. It's like 85% of their shots is threes. That's ridiculous. That doesn't even make any sense.
I thought I misheard it when they broke it down. They said no, they average 53s a game. I'm like, nah, that might be what that. No, they average 53s a game. And then they said, if I'm not mistaken, they said like Derek White take 8 threes a game. And I said, he should never be taking 8 threes a game.
And Jason Tatum shoot about 15 on some stupid shit. And that's why I kind of got off of him as as the best player in the league, because when he starts shooting threes, it messed this whole game up because he unstoppable in the paint. Get like in that mid range and that post up, you can't stop him.
That's what I said, real. Listen, bro, watching Boston these last 4 years, bro, it's amazing how you can sit up there and have all that talent and just jack up threes like that. Well, you have the moving parts that you have. JB and Jaylen Brown, that dude can get to his spots too as well. Get to the basket.
Yep.
He play physical, don't play both sides of the floor. So I think that's on Joe Mazzarella. You know what I mean? The mozzarella sticks that he overcooked, man. I'm like, how the fuck he must get this fucking job, dog? When Sam Cassell, you got motherfucking. So you could have put Chauncey Billups over there, a championship-minded point guard that could have helped them play more fundamentally styled basketball like that Detroit team. Look how that Detroit team was built.
He was the lead intern, James. Remember, he got interned into their job, and then they just gave it to him. He was on UMA staff.
Yeah.
He was on UMA staff. They didn't have a problem with his staff, or their problem was with UMA Adoko. So when they kicked him to the curb, they just promoted this dude because he was his lead assistant. You got to think about it, James. The man only 36 years old. He's like, there's dudes in the league that's older than him. That's still working.
And the other assistant who was under Email Duncan, he got a job with Utah. Utah head coach now.
Man, is Utah actually gonna be something though? Man, they always be in the lottery. How many years in a row did Utah been in the lottery?
They'll get back. They actually got a nice young nucleus, in my opinion, but
Man,
it's all about leadership and player development.
You remember how they start winning them games, and all of a sudden they start, okay, y'all winning too many games. You got to cut the close the doors.
San Antonio did the same thing a couple years ago. San Antonio was the same way.
I said that too, real about Utah. Yeah, and even when they got rid of Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, they still had a nice nucleus. The only thing they're missing is that seasoned vet. You know what I mean? Like a seasoned vet that can go over there and calm things down, get that basket like a Bronson, Tatum, Luka. You know what I mean? They got some nice pieces over there. And look,
I got some really nice pieces.
They've been blowing teams out too. I like how they put that 31 piece on the Lakers. I went to Baskin Robbins the same day and got me a motherfucking butter pound. You understand? I ain't lying. My fault, around time. I ain't mean to take a jab at your team, but you know the role player fucked y'all up. You understand? The role player got y'all in this situation.
Straight up. So,
And
You
look
know
all the
something?
talent the Lakers had, boy. T. Price broke that shit down 4-5 years ago since that man got over there. Julius Randle, Josh Hart. Look what Josh Hart and Julius Randle doing for Minnesota and New
Brandon
York.
Ingram,
That's all-star
D'Angelo
became a
Russell,
come on,
Lonzo Ball. I
man.
can keep going.
Come on, man. Like y'all
Man,
would have been real prime right now, boy.
That's when I was a Laker fan, nigga. That was right at
I'm,
the end of Kobe
Caruso,
career, bro. You know, I've
Caruso,
been a
you
Laker
got
fan. I told,
Caruso,
bro, I cannot
Kyle,
mess with the Lakers if LeBron come over, bro.
I
Period.
would have never
Hey, yo,
demolished that team that way,
hey, yo,
dog, knowing I had all that young talent.
and the crazy part about it, because if I'm Anthony Davis, I'm telling LA, yeah, I don't want you to trade all them dudes for me. I want to play with them just because I'm coming over when I'm 26 and this dude 34. You feel me?
Yeah, nah.
No, listen,
Kyle Kuzma.
listen, at the age that
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was when Anthony
I
Davis,
forgot about Kyle Kuzma.
hey yo, but
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on, the age that LeBron was 34 when Anthony Davis got there, nigga, that's the tail end of your prime. You feel me? Actually, I
yeah.
haven't even hit my prime because I'm only 26. You feel me? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
already saying like, nah, that's my supporting cast for my prime. You feel me? I'm about to go in here and try to pack it in. Like, so I'd have been like, yo, LA, don't even trade. Let whoever trade for me only got that year left, and I'm coming there next year on free agency.
That's
Yeah, I
what I'd
just
have
have
did.
my bread.
Nah, but
But they
that don't,
mortgaged all of that. They
Davis ain't
mortgaged all of that for a bubble chip and Luka Doncic, essentially, because you traded AD for Luka.
Yeah,
So you
like,
really traded all of that for an
then
older,
you get the number one pick.
injury-prone, no defense playing Luka Doncic. You really have nothing to show for nothing.
yo, that wasn't like no, like you can't look at it like that because we don't know. Like Luca probably, I'm not even going to front at 26. His best days are probably ahead of. Let's hope his best days are ahead of. You feel me? But
He's not gonna get quicker. He's only gonna get older, and he doesn't have a work ethic, bro. Like, how can you say that?
I don't
Real,
need
real
him to
say
be
that nigga
quicker.
Fat Albert, huh? Hey, hey,
Listen,
hey.
listen. I don't need him to be quicker. I don't need him to be the most athletic. I just need him to be professional. You feel me? Don't come in overweight because, as you can see, you can still build around those type of
He's
European
never
players.
done
But,
that.
Rondo, let me ask
Listen,
you a question. Do you have
listen.
the mindset?
You could build around them type of players, a la Jokic. Jokic is the same type of player. He's just 7 feet tall, but Denver was
Cool.
able to build around his skill set and his talent. You feel
Yeah,
me? So
I'm
Giannis
cool. And
and
now look
Izzy.
at him. And now look at him.
hey yo,
So
but
trash, bro. If
hey yo,
you
think about it.
thinking Luka gonna save the Lakers, you tripping, bro.
No, listen, I actually think it's going to be right, right? Because you think about this, y'all tripping. All Jokic got to do is come out and punch OKC in the face tonight, and he got a very good chance of getting another chip
The
this
same
year.
way we thought Vlade Divac was gonna say the Lakers, and they traded him for Kobe, essentially.
No. Vlade Divac is nowhere near the talent as Jokic or Luka Doncic, bro.
Vlade
Luka
Divac
wasn't
was a
that
damn good basketball
Listen,
player, though.
he was a very good basketball player. Remember, we went to the tip in '91 with Magic and Vlade and James.
We
So
forgot about that. Huh?
Vlade was highly skilled. He was a very good player, but let's not act like he a Jokic or he
He's not.
a Doncic type talent. You feel me?
Bro,
No,
these
he's not.
jokers and these Lucas, y'all give them too much praise, bro. They not all of that. I promise you, they
Hey
not.
yo, listen. I know where you're coming from, that Elise, and I kind of feel that way about Doncic. But nah, Jokic's that dude, bro. And listen, and that's with him just doing what he doing. Jokic him, bro. I can't
The
even
Joker
front
on
that.
average 13 points, bro, back in the 80s and the 90s, bro.
Nah, he wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you why he wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you no, he wouldn't, bro. Because we already seen Jokic before. You just didn't see Jokic in the prime in his NBA. It was a dude named Arvydas Sabonis that would have killed
I
it.
seen Arvydas Sabonis. I seen
I'm
that.
saying no.
Oh, yeah, no. Rondo
Listen,
talking about the young support.
listen. No, I'm talking
No,
about we all got robbed of seeing a young Sabonis. You feel me?
No, I feel you. I feel you on
So
that.
and from the highlights that I seen and from what the peers of that time talk about, they was like,
I see young Sabonis.
they said, yo, he would have killed the NBA.
Yeah,
They said
I
he would have
see
came right in with Pat and David and all them and been just like them. And I'm looking
no,
at his
I
highlights.
mean, I
But
mean,
I'm gonna
I
tell you,
Jokic
don't
is
think so.
good.
I'm gonna just say I
Hey,
seen him
you
do it, bro.
forgot
That's
the
why.
Euro players back then mentality was way different than the Euro players in this day and age. Stop it.
But if you think about it, I swear to God, bro, that's why I kind of call Jokic a throwback. You feel me? When I seen what he did to Markieff Morris after Markieff Morris, I said, I said Jokic a throwback. He like that inside out. He just so good. He can play in NBAs today and kill everything, bro. But I guarantee you, Jokic will probably like to play in the paint more.
He
It's
been
just that
getting locked up though.
it,
Okay,
nah,
see,
hey, yo,
this
I ain't
whole
gonna front.
playoffs, he been getting locked up.
But,
Zubac was locking his ass up, and now
but,
you
but,
got
but
Hartenstein and Williams locking his ass
listen,
up.
but you got to think about this though. Jamal Murray been asked, right? Well, he been
No, he been
decent.
saving them really.
He been decent. He done had some big games. Michael Porter Jr. has been asked. You feel me? So it's just like
Injured.
the team dynamic. Aaron Gordon been playing lights out. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
But the way that they're playing Jokic, like soon as he getting the ball, they doubling that boy. They're making it hard for him. So like, I get it. That's a great strategy. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to
They've
take
been
away
playing
from what
him straight up though a lot of
listen.
the times, bro.
But listen, I'm not going to take away what I've seen him do, bro, in the playoffs. Remember, we talking about a dude who's a world champion. On
Yeah.
On Steph and LeBron and them watch, bro. He got him one. That's like
No,
Dirk
on
getting.
LeBron watch because he didn't beat the Warriors. We beat
But
him.
I'm
He
just
didn't
saying.
beat the Warriors though.
But what I'm saying by Steph and LeBron watch, they dominated this era. You feel me?
Right.
Like that. He got one. It was like Dirk, the way Tim and Kobe dominated their era, but Dirk was able to kick that door in and get his.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of reminiscent
Giannis
of that.
got one too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't take nothing from Giannis, bro. Like a player that
Them
proved
niggas
that
ain't gonna get another one though. These motherfucking players are all one and done, bro. That's how the NBA is scripting all these
yo,
Euro players to get a championship, and then they'll never get one. They'll never get another one.
bro, if they line that shit up, like I think they about to line that shit up, like they did how Dallas came out, like, no, we picking Cooper Flag, which goes against what Nico Harris said about trying to win right now. You feel me? When you hold the overall number one pick and you know that Giannis is available, you know Jaylen Brown gonna be available, and you telling me you're gonna hold on to this pick, but you telling me you trying to win right now. Now you tell me, would you rather have Cooper Flag and AD or Giannis and AD?
Nah, I'm cool. That don't work.
Well,
Because
I
what are you
personally,
asking AD to do? You're gonna ask AD to be a spot up jump shooter like Chris Bosh?
No,
Nah, I wouldn't do it.
no. You don't. But see, this where you wrong at. The 4 and the 5, they would be dynamic, bro, because he can step out, hit the midi. You feel me? He can play in the post, and he can go in the post when Giannis ain't flying through the lane dunking on niggas.
Well, that's too much. They too
Yeah, right
slow.
there, you're not
They
giving up
too
the number one
slow.
pick.
Uh-uh.
They already said they're not
They
giving up the
keeping it.
number one picks
They
in
already said
trade.
it. So, but that's crazy because that go against the reason why they said they traded Luka Doncic. Because we're trying to win. Our championship window is win right now.
Nah, they can win with Cooper.
Listen, he's skilled to come in and play a role where he definitely could help him. You know what it'd be like to me? It'd be like when the Spurs brought Kawhi Leonard in. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a situation similar to that. And then, yeah, of course, he can grow into a 20-point scorer. Yeah, because he got the elements to his game that can help them right now. So, in hindsight, I get it. I would probably keep Cooper Flag too, especially since we got rid of our 26-year-old superstar.
Because you got to look at the long haul of this. If you get Giannis, how great is Giannis going to be for the next 5 years? How many of those years is going to be all NBA years?
I think the next 4 or 5 years could be all NBA years for the simple fact, the way he plays and his body functionality. You feel me? Like he got a different body, bro. He a Bugatti. You feel me?
Yeah, but he don't have a post game, bro. He just go one speed. He just go try to go downhill Euro. That's why he been having them lower extremity injuries, bro. All that planting and cutting, that shit takes his toll, bro.
Listen, I get that, but what I know Giannis is a thoroughbred. He's an NBA champion. You feel me? And if you put the right shit around him, a bitch in trouble. That'd be the ugliest front court. That would be the scariest front court in the league. Giannis and AD, bro. That'd trust me, bro. That could work, but Like I said,
Man, I'm
I bet.
tired of these
Listen,
players needing
listen,
everything to win, bro. That is just like, come on,
listen.
man.
But that
Let me
ain't.
ask y'all a question.
Listen, hold on, but that ain't Giannis asking to go to Dallas. You feel me? That was just a position that Giannis
Giannis is
could have been in.
asking to get
Got
up out
traded.
of Milwaukee, bro.
Yeah, bro. Think about it. He's fucked, bro. There's no moves to be made in Milwaukee. They cannot make that team better for Giannis in no shape, form, or fashion. They're a double
Why
apron
not?
team. Listen, because they're a double apron tax team, and then his
Hmm.
running mate just tore his Achilles. Dame Lillard is
Okay,
done, bro. They can't
okay.
make. They can't. So what moves? So I'm supposed to
You
wait.
can find a point guard anywhere,
No,
bro.
bro. It's going, bro. You see it take more. What point guard? What point guard is available right now that Milwaukee could make a move to get that could
Hey,
come?
you can build with Kevin Porter Jr. Why not build with Kevin Porter Jr.? What
So
about
wait, listen.
Ryan Rollins?
Wait,
Ryan
listen.
Rollins,
Wait a
bro,
minute.
is a solid player, bro.
Listen.
Why
Hold
you
on.
can't build them up, though?
Listen. Because the man is in his prime. He's primed to win right now. We just
Go
said
get D'Angelo Russell in, bro.
listen.
Go get
We
Dennis
hold on.
Schroeder. It's
But
players you
listen,
can get on a veteran minimum contract right now.
no. Listen, no, you
D'Angelo
can't.
Russell isn't that good.
First of all, do you understand? I know you understand what
He the
I'm telling
same
you.
as Damian Lillard, a
Listen,
scoring point guard who can't guard nobody. So
no. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're a double apron team. They can't take no money back. Every trade got to be one player for one player, and they have hardly no draft picks. There's no way for them to maneuver. They was going to have to go all in with Dame and Giannis again this year, but
hmm
now Dame's done for the year. So now we expect
I
Giannis.
know, but you traded for you made some key acquisitions at the deadline, bro. Some
What,
solid
bro?
acquisitions.
Bro, those
Kevin
are
Porter Jr. is solid, bro. He can get you 20 a game and play defense, bro.
bro. Kevin Porter Jr.
He
is
only
listen,
shot like 20 something
hold on,
percent this
time
year.
out
Kyle
right now,
Kuzma won a championship with the Lakers, right?
You
What's
talk,
wrong with that?
bro. We're talking about him having another running mate, and you talk about Kyle Kuzma and Kevin Porter Jr. Stop that, bro. Those are role players. Those are
You
come on,
need those
bro.
type of players to
Yeah,
win, bro.
but
Period.
listen, you do, but you also need your wingman. You need your wingman, bro. You need
Hey,
your wingman.
hey,
And
guess
then,
what? I got Steph Curry. I got Steph Curry took a third year player in Jordan Poole. Otto Porter Jr., who's been injury prone. Bielitsa, Draymond Green, who really ain't giving you much offense, still okay defensively. And Andrew Wiggins, who everybody gave up on and went to win a championship. And Clay was
listen.
nowhere near his own form in
But
2022. So don't bring up Clay Thompson.
But you're not adding context to how Steph got that championship.
How you get it?
You're not adding context to how this player
How did
was
he
hurt.
get it?
Listen, and it lined up for him. And
Steph's
I'm not
don't
now.
carry
Listen, hold
points.
on. And I'm not knocking Steph for it because he did what he had to do. But come on, bro. That's the same way I said last year. I said, bro, look at Boston championship. I said they had the easiest path to a championship. I said every round that they played, the other team's star player was hurt.
I disagree because
Jimmy
Dallas
Butler.
had Jalen Brunson and Luka. That's two top talents. They was missing Porzingis,
Bro,
but
hold on.
Porzingis ain't never
Listen,
been healthy. So what are we talking about?
hold on, bro. You just told me that Luka wasn't him, but in the next breath you tell me, but Dallas had Jalen Brunson and Luka. You
Yeah,
just told me Luka wasn't him.
Luka's an MVP candidate every year. He's one of
Bro,
the top players according to ESPN and all y'all. He's a top player, right? So you got to give him credit.
I tell you what, but this is what I just tried to argue with you. Luka was just in the finals last year, bro. But you tried to tell me he's
But
not
he
gonna
didn't
play.
get it done though.
Listen,
So we walked him down already.
Listen, hold on. Listen, how many players go to the finals and don't get it done, bro? And they first chance. You acting like that sums up his career. Oh, the first time he went to the finals, he ended up losing to a better team. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Kobe got it done. Kawhi got it done. Jordan got it done. It's certain players that get it done. Like Giannis got it done. If you want to say that, the Joker got it done. If you want to say that, right?
Yo, but bro, what? Look, you talk about Kobe Bryant and a team like the
Tim Duncan got it done.
Listen, bro. None of those teams you just mentioned. Dallas wasn't fucking with none of them teams. Everybody you just mentioned had a way better team than what Luka had last year, bro. Stop it, bro.
Huh?
Stop. Every team you just mentioned about getting it done had a way better
The
team.
Warriors beat Boston. Boston had a defensive player of the year, right? And essentially the same damn team. outside of Drew Holiday and Derek White.
Who?
Huh?
You
This is a
said
good
who had a
debate
better
right
team?
here. I got my popcorn. I'm adding more butter right now.
The
Y'all keep
Warriors
cooking.
beat Boston, bro. Boston was the top defensive team in the league that year.
Bro, Boston wasn't ready. You talking about Jalen Brunson? You talk about Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum 3 years ago, bro.
What you mean? They got like 7-8 years of service, bro. The NBA.
Bro, listen. When they
They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals in all their years. They didn't been in the NBA, bro. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you a question.
Damn
This
near
is
second
fire.
round.
This
Hold
is
on.
fire.
Let me ask you a question. How many years ago did Golden State win that championship?
That was 2022.
2022. So that was 3 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum, 26. So Jason Tatum was 23 when he went to that finals and lost to Steph Curry, right? The big homie, right?
I don't know. How old is Jason Tatum?
He's 26, bro.
No, he's older than that, bro.
He's not. Look it up, bro.
Nah, he is 26 at least.
He's 26. That finals he went to with Steph Curry, he was only 23, bro. He was supposed
He was only 23. Hey, but guess what? Every year since his rookie year, he's been in either the second round or the conference
Listen, I
final.
get it. Listen, you can't knock him
That's
for landing in a good.
experience, if you ask me.
Bro, you can't knock him for landing in a good situation. How many years it took Mike to kick the door down? It took Mike 8 years.
It took you roughly about 6.5, 7 years to kind of get
it took Mike
to that
8
stage,
years.
bro.
It took Mike 8 years to become a champion. And his 8th year, he was a champion.
No.
Yeah, 8
That's
years.
not true.
Yes, it
That's
is,
true.
bro.
He came in the league and when? 84?
84.
84. He won and when? He won what? 1991, 92, or 93? 1990. That's 6 years from 84.
He won in 1991 season, bro. The
1990, bro. What are you talking about? It was 1990.
Bro, it was not. It was the 91 season. George.
It was 91, 92 because the Detroit Pistons went back to back.
91, 92, 90, 92, 93, and then 93, 94.
And they ended up beating the Blazers. Hey, Leezy, remember?
No, that was 1990,
Detroit,
bro. That's not right. That's 1990.
No, Leezy, just listen to me. Leezy, this is big bro.
Detroit was 88 and 89, bro, back to back.
Bro, they want, bro, all you got to do is ask Google. Just ask Google. Google. Mike's first chip was in 91, bro.
Detroit won in 89 and 90.
Yes.
The first one was 91. The second one, 92, 93.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers won in 88.
The only person who ever came into the league whooping niggas' ass was Magic Johnson, my nigga.
Those are facts. That part, I don't know what you're arguing about. I'm just sitting and listening.
It's a good debate. It's a good debate. I know what they're doing. I like it. That's why I'm telling you. Keep on.
No, 91. You're right. But hey, hold on. 91. That's 7 years. No, you said 8 years. 7 years. I said 6 or 7 years is when you finally get your footing set. That's when most players turn into who they gonna be, bro. In that first 7 years.
Listen.
Like,
you by the time you're 28, you're supposed to be in your prime, right?
I don't know the numbers on
that by their standard, they say by 28, all players should be in their prime.
About 28. So really what you're doing is discrediting the 22 championship for Steph then, because you say he played injured teams and not experienced teams.
Listen,
so if that's the case, if Miami was more experienced, bro, with more experienced players, why
don't do that.
No, what about Milwaukee? Why did Milwaukee get over up against Boston then if they already had won a chip and was more experienced, right?
Don't do that. I didn't discredit Steph. I said Steph did what he's supposed to do. I didn't discredit Steph because I'm not one of the ones who say, "Oh, well, they won a championship, bro." But everything.
I know, but I'm saying that Steph Curry won. He won more with less. If you think about it.
What do you mean?
He never had another top 75 all-time player on his team other than just KD. Those 2 years, those are boo years. I agree, because I never agreed with that ever, and I still don't to this day. But if we gonna count the bubble, we gonna count all them phony ass super teams that these teams so-called build. So you put it in the record books, right?
Listen,
So, but what I'm saying is that he won with Harrison Barnes. You know what I'm saying? And he won with Andrew Wiggins. You got to give him credit for that. But if you're telling me Giannis needs to go play with the Lakers and AD and all these other players, I can't, bro. I got to discredit that a little bit, bro.
No, listen, I get it. Point taken. At the time, no, Klay Thompson wasn't a top 75 player because of the aging and the time he was in the league. But by the end of his career, you're not going to tell me Steph didn't have another top 75 player, because Klay's definitely a top 75 player. If you're looking at career-wise, he just hit his stride. They hit their stride at the same time.
Okay.
And Klay, listen, Klay was him. People keep talking like, no, nigga, Klay was him. He had the perfect running weight, and then they had the perfect engine in Draymond Green. I think Kevin Durant was overkill too. They won it with Harrison Barnes, bro. So all they needed was that type of wing. Him, Andrew Wiggins. You seen what they could get done with that. They just got that on steroids when they got Kevin Durant, just because the opportunity was there because of the money. You get what I'm saying? So okay, if you telling me I can get a Benz 600 brand new for $25 million, just say, but then you telling me I can get a Bugatti for the same $25 million with no strings attached. Let me get the Bugatti.
No, I'm cool.
I'm just saying, like, but you got
to sell your soul to get the Bugatti. I don't want it if you got to sell your soul to get the Bugatti. I don't want that.
Listen, I don't think they had to sell their soul. I think they just had to swallow their pride and say, yo, KD, it's a shot for you. Want to come hoop with us? You want to come?
This is how you know that shit was hella phony. Because why would you want to leave that golden opportunity where you could have still been winning championships until this day, outside of 2019?
You want to know? Listen, you want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because at that point of his career, remember, KD was still looking for validity. He had left OKC, and everybody was calling him weak. So now he get his championships and his accolades with Steph. Now it's like, you know what? Draymond over here tripping. Y'all never gonna respect this. Oh, he knew it's always gonna be Steph shit. Regardless of what I do, this Steph Curry shit. So guess what? Now that I got my stats with me, let me go off and try to make it happen.
That's why I don't have no respect for these players, because that's what they do. They team hop, bro. KD not like that, bro. If you now looking back, I've been saying this. KD is a great offensive talent, bro. As far as leadership and a defensive player, no. And you've seen that after he left the Warriors, he got exposed for who he really is. And that nigga ain't never had nothing good happen to him outside of leaving the Warriors. Period, bro.
Listen, I'm a beg. Listen, I thought the same thing of KD until he got to the Warriors. I think the opposite. That's the first time I ever seen that bitch play defense. And I said, oh, this bitch can be
up. Of course, that's a requirement when you come. Look at Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield ain't never played a lick of defense. Look what he's doing now. That's a requirement when you play for a championship organization, bro.
Which it should be, but it took me out of my element because I said, oh, damn, I never thought KD had that in his bag. But so, son, you can be an elite defensive player if you want to.
Everybody got it, though.
Listen, you can be, but you just the offensive scorer. Okay, I see that.
It's a mentality to just say, you know what, fuck that, I'm locking you up tonight. As opposed to, well, it's built in my contract that I gotta make an all NBA team, no defensive team. That should be built in a contract, bro.
Think about this though, but you gotta think about this shit too. That's just like it don't matter, no difference. Every team, you have a role for every team. And no matter what team you go to, KD, your shit is gonna be to get buckets because you one of the easiest bucket getters, most efficient. Bitch, that's what you do. We know you can play defense. We know you might be able to do this, but bitch, pencil you in for 30. That's what you do on every team.
And you lose by 10. So there you go. So guess what? If you score 20, but if you score 25 and you play some fucking defense, you get wins. But when you want to score 30 and play no damn defense, you get no playoffs. That's exactly what his ass got too. Period.
I get that though, but at the end of the day,
look at LeBron struggling. Nigga still dropping 25. He still have his career averages with the Lakers, but he say, I'm cool, I ain't playing no defense. Look at Luka. I'm gonna average 35, no defense. Sit your ass at the house and watch the rest of these playoffs there. I don't respect players like that. Steph Curry, nigga, always give effort. He might be undersized, slow-footed, whatever you want to call it, non-athletic. he gives a maximum effort on defense, bro. He's not just going to concede. That's why I respect players like that, bro.
I never said that he did. I never said Steph conceded anything. I never said, I don't knock Steph because he only 6'3". I don't knock Steph because he ain't the fastest dude in the league. Yes, his effort is there. But on the contrary, my nigga, you talking about guys that, listen, bro, this is what you do. Like, they don't ask Steph to go out there and dog out on defense. Guess what they did? They went and got people to do that for him. I need you to shoot this hole. That's what I need you to do. Let's shoot this hole. That's your job.
Shoot this hole and take on the challenge on the other end when they try to throw the switches at him. When he was guarding Jason Tatum in the finals, when he was clearly outmatched, when he was switched on to a big and clearly hold his own, bro.
Listen,
period.
Listen, hold on. Let's not get it twisted. If we playing Golden State in a series, don't front, bro. We're picking Steph out. Now, will Steph give you that match? Yes, of course. He's a professional.
Yeah. No, they pick him out all the time. That's what I'm not saying that. Of course, he's supposed to, right? So you can get the advantage, right? But what I'm saying, he's not the one that's just gonna let a motherfucker just do whatever they want to do. He's gonna bump you. He's gonna play position defense. He's gonna try to get his hand in the passing lane and try to get deflections. He's not gonna do what LeBron and them do, and Luka and Joker, and just let niggas go right by him with no contest and no effort. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I get that, but
period.
You're gonna do your job. Don't worry about it. We got somebody back there to clean that shit up. You don't even focus on that.
And the cool part about it, the Warriors don't have nobody back there to clean it up. Nigga, Draymond is only 6'7". What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, listen. I get that, right? Draymond is only 6'7", but I swear to God, I'd rather have Draymond back row defending the back of the paint than 60% of the league big men.
Yeah, I feel you. Get the Warriors a big man, nigga. It's a done diddle.
They dogs, bro. So and then you gotta understand what y'all did. Y'all motherfuckers struck lightning in a bottle 3 times in a row, bro. Steph, Clay, Draymond. People say what they want about Draymond. Draymond is the fucking gas to make.
They said a jump shooting team and never win ever.
But listen, people think. But if people like this, is why I know people don't watch basketball. If you go back and watch Golden State in that run, bro, they got Steph averaged 9 points in the paint as a fucking point guard. And everybody talk about a fucking jump shooter. Yeah. This got to the paint. They offense is motion, but what does that do? It opens up the 3-point shot. And they were so prolific at it when it opened up, bitch, you paid.
Tony Parker, too. Tony Parker opened that shit up for Tim Duncan.
People forget that they used to throw that bitch in the post to Andrew Bogut, and the offense got set off of that. Him in the high post, him in the low post, and them niggas went to cut.
Hey, dog, you got to echo. You got to come back in, bro.
Facts. They did throw that motherfucker Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bogut was the one motherfucking center that can initiate anything. He was that good, bro. Andrew Bogut was.
It's a motion offense with them niggas, bro.
Yeah,
it's a motion, or it's a hybrid between a triangle and a motion offense, bro.
Andrew Bogut was really Joker with no post game.
But you know the crazy part about it? Now, if niggas go back
in college,
listen, if you go back and check the tape,
he was different. He was in threes in college,
and he had a sick post game. But listen,
Utah.
Hold on. But when he got to Golden State, what they say? We don't give a fuck about that shit.
Play a role
right here.
Yeah, they want you to play a role over there.
Think about it. Pass the ball from right here and protect the rim.
Rookie of the year for Milwaukee.
Listen, and you got to understand, y'all forgot Andrew Bogut was the #1 pick in the fucking draft, bro.
Yeah, and a rookie of the year. So he exceeded his expectations and won a championship.
But think about how his years in Golden State, his game was limited. If you only knew Andrew Bogut from there, you'd be like, oh yeah, he was a decent passer out the post and he protected the rim good. Bitch, go all the way back to Utah where he was in college, and you'd be like, oh, that bitch was a bucket. Golden State said, State said, nah, bro. We got the buckets right there with them 2 yellow motherfuckers. Do your job. We don't care what you can do. We hired you to do this.
And the color part about it, Draymond was a bucket before Steve Kerr changes his role completely. Draymond used to be a bucket.
Listen, if you go back and watch Draymond and Michigan State, He had the
I'm
bag with
saying
the
that.
handling at the top of the key,
Mhm.
fade
Of
away.
course, yeah. He had all that.
So, but that just go to show you, when you get to a certain place, the motherfucker said, "Man, I don't give a fuck about what you can do. This is what you gonna do."
Right.
You
Who
feel
y'all
me?
got
Yeah.
win the game tonight?
Oh, man, that's a hard pick, but Donovan
Hold
Mitchell,
on, is Donovan Mitchell playing? It really don't matter if he playing or
it
not,
don't
but is
matter.
he playing?
Donovan's playing. He's out there.
But he injured though. That nigga, listen, that nigga missed the whole
Crybaby.
second half. That nigga injured. That ankle fucked up.
Crybaby ass nigga.
Yeah.
You see, I reposted my video from 3 years ago on Donovan Mitchell. 3 years ago.
Yeah, y'all got
Told
that.
you these niggas be phony, bro. I don't buy into these superstars today.
All right, bro. Hey, yo, you think about this, bro. Because where I'm thinking Giannis gonna go is gonna be San Antonio. For some reason, Victor caught that blood clot and they looked out for San Antonio again this year. You feel me? Because they asked supposed to be finished after they got the alien. But now
that nigga a creative player, nigga. That's why.
But listen, but now they just basically between them and Houston, they just gift wrap Giannis to San Antonio.
Nah, I don't see him going to San Antonio. That's why they gave them niggas that draft pick. They finna boost, nigga. They team is pretty good right now as it is. They don't need no, cause check this out. What do you need? Giannis, Wembanyama, and motherfucking Steven Castle, and motherfucking Vassell, and motherfucking De'Aaron Fox. That's too many motherfuckers that need the basketball, bro.
Bro, you looking at it
That's too
wrong,
many people
bro.
that need the ball, bro.
Bro, you looking at it wrong. They don't know what the fuck is about to happen with Wemby, bro.
Wemby gonna be all right. Because let me tell you why Wemby gonna be all right. Sarah Thompson, he had the same blood clot. Damian Lillard had the same blood clot around the same time as Wemby, and he came back and played, bro.
But hold up, Elise. A common cold would affect me different than it affects you, my nigga. Everybody body is not the same.
But if both of those players came back, I'm gonna bet that you know what I'm saying, Wilson ain't gonna come back.
I'm praying that he comes back. I'm just saying.
Chris Bosh should have probably came back, but whatever science or technology or you know what I'm saying, medical findings, he didn't come back.
But with this blood clot thing, we don't know if this shit gonna be a reoccurring issue with him. That's why they sat him down permanently. Because that shit is that serious. So now if you got a chance to go get Giannis right now and all you giving up is some and put your, cause nigga, they got right now with Giannis, him, De'Aaron Fox, and Castle and Wemby, they got Giannis. But if I'm Milwaukee, y'all gonna have to give me Steven Castle.
Stephon Castle.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to give me that and that number 2 overall.
Nah, they not coming up off of Stephon, bro. I wouldn't. He's better than De'Aaron Fox. They don't even need De'Aaron Fox.
Listen, you're saying that, but what Milwaukee don't want is De'Aaron Fox contract. So what's more appealing to them is Stephon Castle. And if it comes down to Stephon Castle or Giannis Antetokounmpo, guess who's gonna be in San Antonio, my nigga?
So you mean to tell me it'll be Victor and
Giannis? That's what they talk about with De'Aaron Fox. They talking about that shit crazy.
So Giannis is linked to every team in the NBA at this point right now.
Giannis, every team gonna fall. But listen, Giannis gave up his list of teams, but this is the thing with Giannis. Giannis got 2 years left on his contract. So Milwaukee
player option.
Milwaukee could say we taking the best deal possible, but Milwaukee said we want to accommodate you, Giannis. So where do you want to go? They already came out and said it. If Giannis want to leave, we're gonna accommodate him. You feel me? But he gave him a list of teams that was all big market teams. He only really
the Warriors were one.
He only
Lakers, both LA teams,
both New York teams, but then you got
both New York teams and the Warriors.
And they also said the 2 medium market teams is Miami and Houston. Because they said his first thing is Giannis want to win another ring. He's saying,
"Yeah, I'm cool, man. These niggas."
Nigga, if they told y'all they'd take a package,
fuck Giannis, nigga. We win a championship without that nigga.
Hey, yo, that's a fact. But keep it real, bro. If they said, yo, give us Kuminga, whatever draft picks you got, just say he wanted to go to Golden State. And they was going to accommodate that and took whatever deal Golden State could put together.
I'm cool.
Listen, without giving up Steph or Jimmy. Bro, you can't tell me you can't take. You wouldn't take that.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm not giving up Kuminga though, bro. He gonna leave anyway. So,
Bro, y'all don't even play Kuminga. Why wouldn't you give him up if you can get an asset like Giannis?
nah, I'm cool.
He ain't big on Giannis.
I'm just not a Giannis. I'm not on Giannis like everybody on Giannis, bro. I guess people don't see what I see.
So I just think with a mutant like that running around with Steph Curry, I just think that'd be so crazy, bro. I think that'd be so crazy. If that knew we could get with Steph, Wardell, who?
That's what everybody said about Luka and LeBron, and look what happened.
Man, I didn't say that about AOT Price. What did I tell you? I said, nigga, the trade should have been LeBron for Luka. Bitch, AD's a way better fit than Luka and LeBron. They both, they both do the same thing, pound the fucking basketball. That's not a good fit. But being that they both so talented, you can make it work if one willing to sacrifice.
But they said AD and LeBron was a good fit, and look what happened with that.
Hey, listen. AD and Brown was a good fit. They just didn't want. Once they put the puzzle together, I don't know why they took it apart. AD and LeBron was a great fit, bro. It was a great fit.
You think they would have? Yeah, I don't know, bro. They probably wouldn't have won this year either.
Hey, yo, E, I'm so confident in that if AD don't get hurt in 21, I'm telling you, we going back to back after the bubble, bro. We getting the bubble and we getting 21 if AD don't get hurt against Phoenix.
You think so?
I absolutely think so. He's the best team in the league at that time. And 21, that lineup with Dwight Howard and McGee and Casey, that was the best team in the league. And then what did they do? AD got hurt, and they dismantled that team, and they never built it back right again.
Damn.
They never built it back right again, bro. You got to be honest with that,
bro.
They had the puzzle put together, pulled that bitch apart, and left it incomplete, bro. And let them niggas rock out for the next one.
That's the LeBron effect.
That's exactly what it was. Because you want to know what it was? LeBron seen like, oh shit, AD can't carry this motherfucker. And bitch, I'm not ready to go yet.
You start hating. Yeah. How you hate on your own teammate who helped you win a championship?
Shout out to Aries, man. I know everybody's on Aries. Hey, Aries, man, get that brother some that brother in the comment. He young, man. Yeah. That's brother here another channel, man. Oh, brother in the comments, man. I just reading the comments, man. It's just, man. Hey, he want to get him a chocolate girl, somebody to rock my world. That's what he looking for. He
hey, what's the diagnosis? What's the diagnosis on Jason Tatum?
Torn Achilles.
He had surgery, torn Achilles.
Oh, it was a torn Achilles?
Yep.
Yeah,
bro.
Successful surgery, allegedly.
Listen, bro. I know doctor. I ain't none of that. But when I seen what happened, I told my wife. I said he just tore his Achilles. She's like,
I said because I had the same injury, so I know.
I said because everybody I seen tear their Achilles fell and did the same exact thing he just did. And I said it all up fell after not being hit. It was a non-contact. I said he just popped his Achilles.
But he was supposed to get an MRI. Did they reveal that it's a torn Achilles, or are we just going out on a limb?
He had surgery today, bro.
Oh, he did? I was looking for the reports on ESPN. That shit didn't even give me nothing.
Man, that man done had his surgery already, bro.
Damn.
Yep.
Already?
Yep. They said successful surgery. That's what they reported today. He had successful surgery.
Okay, that's good now.
Oh, is it still echoing?
What you say?
Is it still echoing?
No, it's not echoing.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was torn. He done got that fixed already.
Yeah.
Now he just got to sit down for the next few months and then try to start rehab. You feel me?
Well, I feel bad for him, bro.
Listen, you said you had that. Listen, you said you had that injury, so you know what it's about to be. You feel me?
I already knew what it was when he did it. I was like, that's Achilles, bro.
Swear to God. And the fact that this nigga had to get carried off the court, and my man went and hit 2 free throws after he popped his shit, nigga. Let me know.
And walked off of that motherfucker like a straight gangster.
Listen, I said, man, it's level to this shit. I said, Jason Tatum.
But LeBron running the motherfucking Dante DiVincenzo, the nigga say he motherfucking tore his motherfucking meniscus, nigga, or MCL.
Ain't nobody coming to see Jay Reed. They
Hey, yo,
don't talk about him. They don't talk about him on the
Soft
shows,
ass
but they
nigga.
always got to reference him. Jay Will always got to reference him. He ain't Bron, he ain't Steph, he ain't. I'm like, oh, man, okay, but what with Jay Reed's home, man. Let that man be home, man. Let these players have their moments, man.
and I
So
feel like
nothing wrong with Donovan Mitchell, y'all.
nah,
That
he got
nigga looks,
he
that
got an
nigga looks
play.
fine to me. Oh, soft ass nigga.
Like as far as that, yeah, you know that everybody, them niggas ain't got high pain. Them niggas ain't dogs, bro. High pain threshold, nigga. Like I seen Rondo roll his ankle. That nigga ankle touched the floor. That bitch sat there, tied his shoe back up, and got up and hooped like ain't nothing happened.
Straight up,
I
and
remember
that's
when
why I always
I
liked
remember D Wade
Rondo.
broke that nigga arm. D Wade broke that nigga arm.
I swear,
Allegedly.
yo, Elise, I swear to God, I said I would have never done that.
Right.
I said I would have never done that. That nigga shit touched the floor, bro. That nigga sat there,
Touch the floor.
rolled his ankle, rolled his foot a couple times. That nigga untied his shoe, tied them bitch back, and that bitch didn't even get up
Man,
with his
that
leg.
nigga was a hog, boy. You put that nigga with Kobe, nigga, them niggas dominate the league so easy.
And yo, and who was Kobe calling for? Yo, get me Ray John. Get me that motherfucking Ray John.
Right.
They ain't want to do that. And it's crazy because the other point guard that he wanted, bro, was Jeff Teague. Kobe had an infatuation with Jeff Teague, bro. Jeff Teague said, I wasn't going out there playing with that nigga. He said, nigga, they called me personally. And I was like, no.
Yeah, he wasn't Jeff Teague. He was a dog, though, but that nigga
He was
was.
a dog. But he said, man, I knew that shit was different. He said, nigga, I heard the stories how that nigga made Jeremy Lin cry. He said, I wasn't going to fuck with that nigga.
Oh, scary ass nigga.
He said the biggest thing though, he said, was the taxes out of LA at that time, California at that time. He said, because I was on that bullshit contract and I was trying to get money and that nigga was trying to get me to sign in LA. And I was like, boy, no.
And they just care about the lifestyle.
Yeah, but you know why I fuck with Jeff Teague? Because Jeff Teague tell us that. He said, nigga, Russell Westbrook did me dirty. And like, yeah, he's like, I told that nigga, I don't care. He said, nigga, that's the problem. He said, oh shit. You know what, Russell? You might be right.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I just inked $15 million a year for the next 4 years. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what happened on this basketball court. He said,
JT was a
That's
dog.
sad. That's why the league is fucked up right now, because niggas don't care about the game. It's teaching the young niggas in AAU to do the same shit. They don't give a fuck about the game. That's why they disrespect it so much. That's why that's why I don't let my children play AAU. Fuck AAU, nigga. Because guess what? The game gonna take care of it. The money gonna take care of itself if you're talented. But if you go out there and play, you know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Brunson, how he grew up, he didn't do this shit for the money. He did it because of passion and the love for the game.
hey, yo, I'm better different, man. He might have did that nigga daddy was trying to get money. That nigga seen a ticket and said, we going to get money, nigga.
Who that?
Jalen Brunson.
Well, shit, Jalen Brunson got a pension and a retirement, bro. He played in the league. He wasn't tripping off of that. He just wanted his son to just, you know what I'm saying, have that passion and that fight.
Listen. You talking about a difference when niggas max contracts was $200,000 a year. But now, when my son playing, these bitches getting $200 million.
Right.
Yeah, son, you about to get all our old school reparations. Come on, time to punch the clock.
Let's get them reparations.
Yeah, because they owe us. I still don't think they reward them old school niggas right. You feel me?
Yeah. That's real. They give them niggas some motherfucking courtside seats and say, shut the fuck up.
Listen, they said it's been roughly about 5,000 players in the NBA since its existence up until now. So you mean to tell me all the fucking money that you niggas got for all those who lived long enough and put like 10 years of service in,
So you mean to tell me that these niggas can't get afforded $150,000 a year with full medical coverage?
That's crazy.
Listen, with all the money the NBA makes, even if they kicked out $50 million a year just to the retired players, you feel me? These niggas make billions every fucking year in revenue. Billions.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their pensions and shit looking like.
No, but I'm just saying, like, accordingly, all them niggas should be able to live in a decent house. I'm not talking about no mansion or nothing. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm talking all them niggas should be able to live in a 3 to 4 bedroom house in a good neighborhood and ain't got to worry about paying no bills.
Mm-hmm. Hey, a lot of niggas be blowing their money out on stupid shit. So.
Yeah, well, 13-8 ball game. It's still early. That was bad defense right there by DeAndre Hunter. You just let that dude just drive past you like that. These dudes, man. We don't know what's going on. Let's see what the comments hitting for. Salute Tony. The coach said I ain't going out like P Square. I'm going to shoot these free throws. Unfortunately, NBA Players Union was mismanaged. Yeah. Shout out to Love and Aries. Shout out to 90s Baby. Shout out to Tony. That was Candle Hooper. Salute. Nate Shepard. Salute. He said Jay Reed thinks he's slick. He's going to try to get to the Dallas big lottery. They probably already know San Antonio's getting Giannis. I don't know. Dallas might mess around and win a chip next year after seeing their flaws with these teams. In the past, Jokic would be more like Zebo. Yeah. In the post, Jokic would be more like Zebo. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Daniel Berry. He said Ron Town spoken on that hookah Luka. Luka hookah. He said Nico won the trade. Nico's smiling now. What's up, Lemon Pepper? What's up, James?
I'm still here.
All right. Yeah, I'm just sitting there chilling, man. Them boys was going at it, yeah. I was laughing my behind. I was like, man, I came back and like, man, these dudes still going at it. Hey, we brothers though, man. We disagree. That's what it's about, man. That was a good debate, though. That was a good debate. Two different minds, how we see things. What's up, bro?
Oh, it's good.
Lady Andrew, be chilling, man. He said Luka has peaked, sadly. I'm not big on Luka either, though. But I never, but one thing I always said, the dude can score. But then again, he always been this player. So, but he been busting these dudes behind, even when he's not even in shape. That would just be throwing me off about it. And imagine how much better he'd be if he actually will take it seriously. I don't know if we ever will see that or not, because like I said, as long as Jay Reed's still hanging around there, man, holding the King's ransom, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think LeBron is better than Larry Bird.
Salute, little Sir J. Salute. Nah, it's just opinion. I'm not big on him. You know, he home right now. I'm talking about people that's that's actually playing right now.
Yeah.
You know, he's cool in his era, but I never looked at him like that. I've been saying that for years since I've been on here. I just don't look at him like how everybody else be looking at him. I see
Yeah.
way more. I just see way more errors. You know, it ain't no slight to him, but people just thought I was gonna break down. I'm not. Hey, that's just how I feel, man. He home right now, nursing that MCL injury he having allegedly. You know, so
Are you a Lakers
great.
fan?
No, not anymore. Salute, Dre Diddy, fellas. What's going on, man? We good over here, man. Nah, I was a Laker fan my whole entire life until Jay Reed came over there and messed it up. Like I told people, and dudes want to get mad at me, hating on me. There's dudes don't even come over here because of what I said. Telling the yada 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 stuff, But hey, I put in. Hey, I've been right this whole time. I'm gonna still put it out there. I've been right. His whole tenure with the Lakers has been an epic failure. It has. It's always excuses. He like I said, he home right now. So and then like I say, he did a person always show you who they are all the time. All you gotta do is just sit back and just watch how they move, watch how they talk. They're gonna expose themselves. When the man sat there and said he ain't losing no sleep, losing in the first round, man, and I don't tell his anybody with a brain, any sense of knowledge of the situation, man, you dumber than the sauce. He got you dumb. I used to say this all the time. That man could sit there and he could get people jumping. He get people to do anything in the world. Hey, I just don't know how I see people don't see it, man. These people be worshiping these people like they gods and goddesses. They ain't supposed to be like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to worship anybody else but like the Most High.
Yeah, but everybody thinks that who else was right about them young Lakers before Jay Reed came over there. LeVar Ball. Yeah, but but shout out to LeVar Ball though, man. Like, and man, a lot of people been saying, I miss my boy. Rest in peace, my brother LB, man. Like we sit there talk about the Lakers all the time, man, behind the scenes, man. And my boy Trey, man, we sit there and talk about stuff, man. It's sad, bro. But it's about these new teams now. It's about these young guys now. Look at all these young teams that got talent out there. You know what I mean? It's about them now, and it's wide open. That's why I think OKC gonna beat Denver. I think they're gonna beat Denver, and then if Minnesota handle their business, OKC gonna be the favorite in that because they do have the overall number one seed. But Minnesota, and man, he hungry. I want to see. I want to see it because I remember Brian Ty had a stream, and he was like, "Who would y'all take? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or?" I just missed his name. You gonna take Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or you was going to take? Man, we were just talking about him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or you gonna take Ant-Man? That's what Ant. So, hey, it's a learning curve. Julius Randle balling right now, and this is it's so sad to see that these teams are really handling their business, and the media still don't want to give these teams no props, man. That's how you know how these dudes be selling out for that bag, man. They still don't want to give a team no credit. Still none. Don't want to give the Knicks no kind of praise. And I understand the Pacers. And a lot of people think that, they be playing on injured teams, but I ain't gonna knock them boys. Them boys, man, they young. Man, as soon as you score a bucket, they going down on the other end. And Rick Carlisle, y'all forget, Rick Carlisle, he the one that did coach that Dallas Mavericks team to beat Jay Reed and it was just him and Dwayne Wade, but we all know the big three. They were sitting there. I remember Jay Reed when you was mocking y'all was mocking you and Dwayne Wade. You was mocking Dirk because he had a cold. That was like karma came and hit you fast.
Yeah. Rick Carlisle coached the Pistons too. I mean, Pistons are my team, but I'm kind of a bandwagon Fairweather fan. So
Yeah, Pistons. Yeah, I remember the old school Pistons, man. I grew up watching the Pistons, man. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. I remember that. Adrian Danley, Rip Mahorn, Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, John Sally, James Edwards, Benny Microwave Johnson. Man, them boys, man. Bill Lambier, James Edwards. Yeah, them boys was a beast. And then they messed around and they traded Adrian Dantley to get Mark Aguirre. And Mark Aguirre was a beast in his own right. He used to play for the Dallas Mavericks. See, all these teams that I grew up on, like the Dallas Mavericks, they always was good growing. They was upcoming, but they played in the loaded rest of conference at the time. I remember they had Mark Aguirre, Derek Harper, Roy Tarpley. Tarpley was a beast too, but they got him out the league, but he had a substance abuse problem. But he was a beast. Who else they used to have? They had Brad Davis. I forgot his name. Davis. That's Ticket Homeboy. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name.
I'm in here.
He wore number 43. I can't think of his name, but I know his last name is Davis. Yeah, man. Then I remember Dallas Mavericks had Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, and they had Jim Jackson. The Mavs, even Cleveland. I can go back to Cleveland and they say Cleveland always had a squad. They had Mark Price, they had Brad Daugherty. This is on top of my head. They had Brad Daugherty, they had Larry Nance, they had Craig Elo. They used to have Kevin Johnson too. KJ got drafted. He should be a Hall of Famer. But we already know politics is in that right there. And they had Hot Rod Williams, Larry Nash. I just mentioned him, but I said Brad Daugherty. They had Gerald Wilkins. Yeah, man, I remember all them teams, man.
Ryan Harper.
Yeah. Oh, hey, thank you, man. How can I forget? Hey, Hollywood Harper. Hey, there's two Harper. I remember Hollywood that used to play for the Clippers back in the day too. He wore number 26. Yeah, Ron Harper was a beast. Everybody just think that shit, man. All these teams back then were just loaded. That's when you have coaches. That's when you have point guards that actually was point. They always had scoring guards in the NBA. They always had them. Kamar Price was a scoring guard. Tim Hardaway was a scoring guard. Allen Iverson. And then my boy Chris Jackson, aka Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He was Steph Curry before then. There's so many, I'm telling you, man, like I like these players right now though. Not Cleveland act like they want to play now. They up by 11, but it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. He bricked the free throw after poking your chest out. What's wrong with these people, man? And that's one thing about the Pacers, man. They got a good bench. When your bench always give you points, even your starters play bad, they can still keep you in the game. They call a foul. This is a learning curve. They just had JB Bickerstaff. I don't want to hear, man. This is what happened. They had JB Bickerstaff and they got that man fired. I'm just not thinking about that. Acting like this man is the problem, boy. Y'all flame out, boy. Y'all eating a whole pot. Man, I just missed it. And then one of my favorite point guards back in the day, Kenny Anderson. I remember Sherman Douglas. I remember Mookie Blaylock. One of my favorite defenders of all time, Alvin Robinson.
All right, I'm back.
Oh yeah, Tony Piper. You know I know about that, man. Just another sad love song. She had them boys, man. I grew up in that era, man. She had them boys, man. But shout out to Jim Jackson though. Jim Jackson was he was a beast. I used to love Jim Jackson as a player.
How did they find like girls back then in like the 90s and stuff?
Man, you had to be there, brother. you just had to be there. You just had to be there. Look, I was in and everybody that there was a saying back in the day that, you know, a lot of people that I grew up with, they found love in the 90s, and only a few of them that I know, they still actually is together. You know what I mean? Still to this day, you know, because I mean, in the 90s, I wasn't thinking about no woman, man. I was still trying to find out who I was, and I was still figuring out the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was talking to chicks, but nah, I was too busy trying to focus on myself.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell playing tonight?
Yeah, he at the free throw line right now. Everybody playing.
Yeah, like
about 12 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for me. It's just kind of hard being like younger and stuff, and just you have a bunch of feelings and stuff. You want?
How young are you, bro?
Well, I'm 24.
Oh, bro, man. Hey, by 25, as the saying goes, by 25, you should already know what you want. Now, hey, man, like I'm gonna tell you, like I tell anybody else that had this conversation with me, man. Find yourself first, bro, and pray to God what kind of woman you want, and let God know what kind of woman you want. Like, just don't pray and be like, God, send me a woman, but you didn't prioritize what kind of woman you want. You feel what I'm saying? So with me, I just prayed. I just prayed at one time. It took me a long time. But then at the same time, when you've been broken, a lot of women don't understand. Men get hurt, men get broken, and all that. We have feelings, but at the same time, when you express your feelings like that to somebody, you know, a wicked woman would use them words against you instead of a real woman that who you prayed for. Because I'm just saying what older people just told me. The woman that I want, woman that I have, I prayed for it. I said I want her to be just like this, this, and this, and this, and she crossed all I's and crossed the T's.
Yeah. I mean,
you just take your time, brother. Focus on your career, focus on your life. The woman gonna come, bro. You still young, bro. You 24, bro.
Yeah.
Man, when I was your age, man, I wasn't thinking about no girl, man. I was talking to girls, stuff like that, but man, them girls was off the chain way back then when I was growing up, man. You thought you had it worse? Man, stop. The 90s, yeah, man, no. 80s, no, man. I'm telling you. It all depends on where you live at and where you've been. Me, man, I've been around. I've lived in a lot of places. Excuse me. And I've seen a lot of cultures, and everything like that too. You just got to just take your time, brother. That's all you got to do. Focus on yourself. Get yourself together. Because once you get yourself together, man, it's
I mean,
it's more choosing, man. It's more fishes out here, bro. It's more fishes out here, bro. Like you just gotta take your time and don't beat yourself up about it, because you continue to do that just give the enemy just more chance to keep down you. I'm telling you, man, that mental, man. This world is really mental, man. This really is.
Yeah.
Once you get that mental aspect down and get your foundation as a man, I guarantee you, man, any woman that come up to you, you can just sense it, and God gonna put that on your spirit and let them know, like, nah, she ain't, she ain't, nah, she ain't for you. You know what I mean? Because as the saying goes, just because it look good don't mean it is good.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this: I'm definitely not perfect.
Nobody's perfect, bro. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect either. But I got more flaws than I have. I have more. I have less flaws than perfect because nobody's perfect. Everybody's
Yeah.
different. You know what I'm saying? It's like another thing too. You got to be compatible. You got to be compatible because
Yeah.
sometimes they say opposites attract. It may work for some people. It don't work for everybody. You just got to figure out within yourself, like, what do I want to do as a man? Then once you get yourself, and then if you're on a trajectory, man, you still young, bro. You 25, man. I'm in me and my big bro here, man. We in our 40s, bro, and we still
Yeah.
out here getting it. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, don't let life get you down because you ain't got no woman, man. You could be focused on yourself, getting yourself together. That's real talk, bro. Just get
Yeah.
yourself together. Man, don't worry. There's one thing. There's a saying. I'm gonna leave you with this saying. We're gonna go back to basketball. There's a saying I used to hear old folks used to tell me back in the day, and it's so true. Just go ahead and just focus on yourself. Figure out what you want to do. You know why? That's like why. Women always gonna be there. No matter what you do in your life, they always gonna be there. But when they be there, you just gotta make sure that when you're ready for that, and then when you reach that point when you are ready for it, it's gonna be a blessing in its own self.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I definitely don't want to like stay with my dad forever. You know.
yeah, I get it. That's why I'm not with my mom. But I don't stay with my mom. I mean, my mom used to tell me, "Ain't no grown man need to be staying with my mom. Needs to be staying with his mama." Like, you know what? You right. You right.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm
And I
not gonna
kind of
lie to
left.
you, homie. I've been listening, but check it out. You got a long way to go, bro. Don't rush shit.
Mm-hmm. Don't
Yeah.
rush it, bro.
Like, what age did you move out of your mom's and stuff?
I was out like 18, 19.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I came
And hey,
back.
I just heard
I
you say
came back,
something,
but I
bro.
never stayed long.
I just heard you say
Go ahead.
something. The biggest thing that we got to understand: don't rush to leave the bird nest neither. Throw your mama a little change, stack your money. Don't go out there trying to get no bills, thinking you grown early. That's one of the biggest mistakes I really regret because my grandparents
Same.
and my parents try to teach me that, look, you don't have to go nowhere. Just stack your change up till you get comfortable, then go out there and test the waters. Living with your mom and helping your mom,
Well, it's
helping
my
your
dad.
grandparents, it's not a bad thing because that's what we need to do even much more so. Like, stick closer to home because I don't think they're going to hurt you. And don't rush to get no woman who not on your level. But
Yeah.
That's a fact.
the point that I'm making is you can go out there, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, police officer, athlete. You see what us males, and I ain't gonna just use as black or whatever. That's for anybody. Us males, we have a tendency to rush and go out there and think we need this and think we need that, and then you might pick the wrong soulmate. And then you pick that wrong soulmate. That soul, like I said, that soulmate not on your level. She not up to your tangibles. But because you looking for that lover, because she got some fire, you put some fire in your head. Now you done got caught up in the rapture, and now you still stuck in the same place. And like when I first did that shit, when I graduated at 19, because I got kept back twice, I dropped out. My mom's kept me back, but I still wound up graduating, right? But then I was like, damn. What if I did this instead of doing it that way? What if I wouldn't have rushed to do this and just took my time and been patient and waited for the blessings? Because I was on the right track, but I was so in a
Yeah.
rush to be wrong. Coming from a small city, struck in poverty areas, project, you rush to get things that you're not used to having. Then you hook up with the wrong people. You hook up with the wrong crowd. Now you
Yeah.
got yourself in some shit that you can't get yourself out of. But like I'm saying, your mom ain't gonna guide you wrong. Your mama don't never feel like your mama
it's
don't
my
want you
dad.
there to see you succeed. I wish I could have stayed till I was at least 30. You know how much money I could have saved from the time I graduated, helping my mama with a light bill, helping my mom with a water bill, giving her half on rent. You doing it with these females, and these females put me out at 6 months, and you ain't getting nothing. You can't get no traction.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm actually living with my dad. Like my mom passed away, but like the thing I just don't like about it is like when I stay up late, like he just he always bugs me like when I'm staying up late or something like that. And it's just kind of annoying to me. Like,
It
why
is
can't I
because you're young and you don't understand right now. And that was the same thing I did. That's your mom's house. They got a curfew. See, my grandparents was in the church, but they didn't know I was smoking weed and I was just selling dope. So what if I go get caught? My ID got their address on it. Police kicking their door. They don't know what the fuck going on. But I done got caught up in the streets hanging with the wrong crowd. And my grandpa homeowners, they done lost their house fucking with my shenanigans. There's a lot of shit you got to think about that going to certain situations like that, bro. That's why I'm saying don't rush. My cousin asked me to go to the Navy 20 years ago. 30 years ago, man, hell no. Now then I look back on and see what the fuck he got and did them 20 and got about the way he did. 20 years in the Navy, fresh out of high school, living his best life, 2-3 houses, one in Jacksonville, one in Mississippi where he from. Got a house where they love to go vacation at. That shit pays off. It ain't gonna happen overnight, dog. Take those processes and take those baby steps to be great. You can't skip the process, man. And we have a bad tendency of doing that as people. All races, skipping the process, trying to be grown before our time. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I regret right now, too. I swear on everything.
Yeah. Hello?
And I always say, I'm not going to no Army, I'm not going to no Navy, but then you hear people saying the Navy better than the Army. You ain't got to do what the Army doing the Navy. My cousin was an underwater submarine, dog, did 20 years and got up out the way. And that nigga balling.
Yeah. I mean, I was disqualified from the military because, like, of my autism and stuff.
And like, I ain't gonna lie, when you reach the age like and you have kids, you have so many regrets. And all my partners, all my cousins, all my best friends, all my people I went to school that I was close with playing sports, they was having babies at 15, 16, 17, 18. I had my first kid at 25. So I felt like I was a limp dick. I was a lame. Everybody fucking. I was fucking, but I was just doing it the right way. Protection. I wasn't trying to get all these motherfuckers pregnant because everybody ain't baby mama material, wife and material. So when I did find that person that I thought that was that, I wasted 5 years of my time. Only thing I don't regret is my son coming out that deal. And I regret none of my baby mamas. I wouldn't even try to go there with them. Try to get married 3 times. With my first baby mama, with the girl I was with for 8 years, and my last baby mama I just broke up with. I've been on my own for the last 4 years. We did 12 years, got 3 kids together. Sometimes the shit work out, sometimes it don't, bro. Some people be on your level. Some people just with you because of what you do or what you got or how you rolling, and they know you gonna always have their back. But man, to each his own, man. Don't rush life, man, because guess what? You only get one of them, so why speed through that motherfucker? Once it's over, it's over. Once your prime gone, your prime gone. Once you become a parent and bills really kick in and you ain't got yourself situated, now you got to work these old boot-butt-ass jobs, don't want to pay you nothing because you ain't want to go to school and you ain't want to go to a trade school and pick up on some of these things that they had to offer. I went to welding school. I went to barber school. I went to all kinds of schools for free. I never went to college. I got a lot of trades under my belt, but around that time, the dope game was popping. So I go pick up on some shit, learn how to do some shit. And then before you know it, I done dropped out that bitch too, because the money kept calling. That's when beepers was out. You feel me? I felt like KD on minutes. You feel me? All in class, beeper going off. I'm cutting class going to get the $50 sale. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, you live and you learn, man. I'm cutting school. I don't give a fuck about that shit because I'm making money. So
Yeah.
don't never speed through life, bro. And don't think your daddy being hard on you. He only want what's best for you. Believe that, bro. But some kids don't understand. I'd rather tough love than no love. If your dad wasn't telling you nothing and letting you just crash out, then you got a problem. But the fact of the matter that he is trying to tell you, and look, man, do this. I'm hard on you. Look, you're hanging with the wrong crowd. He feels something that you don't see right now because you're too young to understand. Don't look at
Yeah.
that as a bad thing, bro. That's all I'm saying. You got a roof over your head. You got food on the table. Some people don't got that. You got kids out here living in trap houses, sleeping under the bridges. I'm talking about young motherfuckers that gave up early. You still have an opportunity because you have a parent that cares. That's all I'm saying, bro. Just take advantage, bro. Take that shit to heat and don't look at it like he's being mean to you. 'Cause I don't think that's what it is, bro. He's just trying to show you what it is and what it ain't. And right now you can't see that because you in that stage where you just graduated probably from high school. You just getting your grown man thing on. So you want to party. You think it's, all the stuff they got in this world is cool, but sometimes that shit ain't cool to go to anyway. Sometimes it's cool to skip that shit and focus on real life as far as 10 years ahead. My grandfather always told me stack for the future, not for the now. And I never understood that till now. And I swear to God, that's why I work the way I work now, because I never did it when he was teaching me that shit. And I regret that shit. I really do.
My boss lady tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit, like,
finding out that a lot of people that's just not started working there, they making more money than me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll admit. Oh, sorry.
I don't miss no days. I've been here 6 months.
Well, I used to call off, pretend like I was sick. No call, no show, all kind of shit. Fuck it. I regret it though. I promise. I'm feeling that shit right now because I gotta work the way I gotta work because I didn't take advantage. But it's cool though. You live and you learn.
Yeah, I mean,
Show me in my spirit it's not to be like this.
I'll admit, like, I've spent a lot of money on like video games and stuff, and Xbox.
That's the thing too. You know what? I used to be a tennis shoe fanatic. Every pair of tennis shoes came out, I had to have them. That was the thing back then. Spending $200-$300 on Gucci's, $200 on Bally's. Whatever was coming out, nigga was buying that shit. But now I'm looking at it like, damn, dog, I wish I would listen to my grandpa. My grandpa told when I came inside, Bally's was $245, the animals. And I showed him my outfit, and he was like, man, what the fuck? He said,
I had to release somebody else for their break, and then it came to me. It's just like, Terrence, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm like, I'm not worried about it, but at the same time, it's like,
my grandpa looked at them shoes. He said, you paid $245 for these shoes? Now, mind you, I ain't number 16, 17 years old. He know how much money he gave me to go shopping with. So that's when he went to trying to put two and two together. Like, where you get all this money from? So I lied. I was like, man, my mama gave me some money. I did run into my uncle in the mall. And he was like, what's up, nephew? You need something? I was like, no, I got it. He's like, you put that in your pocket anyway. I heard y'all got a school dance tonight. I want you to show up and turn out. I want my nephew to be fresh because he was a D-boy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he was a real D-boy. So I was like, you know what? He gave me $100, so I took it. I already had the money for the clothes. So when I got home, took me a shower, I always show my grandpa, look what I bought, but not knowing your grandparents, the older people, they looking at that price. And my grandpa said, you spent $245 on a pair of shoes, son. I said, nah, man, my mama gave me some money and my Uncle Jimmy gave me some money. And he knew I always wanted a car, but I never had no license. I didn't get my license until I was 25, but I've been driving since 15. You know what the first thing that nigga said? You still rather walk than ride, huh? And that's when that shit hit me. I was like, damn, I'm walking in $245 shoes, but I can't save up for a car. Something I really want that's gonna help me benefit myself in the long run, get better jobs. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck. The Gucci's came out. When the Gucci's came out with the gold buckle, $315. They had 4 pair of them motherfuckers. So do 315 times 4.
Yeah.
And my grandpa was looking at that price. I'm wearing them to the church, to school. And some people, parents can't afford that shit. But I'm in school wearing this type of shit, dog. For real, for real. I'm in school wearing this shit. And niggas was looking like, I mean, he hit me with that shit again. I had asked him, I said, Grandpa, I got like 1,400 saved up. Can you help me get a car? He said, 1,400? What you want, a lemon? You need something that's going to be reliable. Something you can get a good job with. That you're going to be working on that thing all day if you buy a $1,400 car. I said, I just need something to give me the perm B, though. I just need to get a better job. And the job that I had to catch 3 buses to get there. But I got $315 on my feet. I got $245 on my feet. Jaws come out, they was $150, $175. Fucking Air Raids come out, they was $140. Fucking Penny Hardaway's come out. The shell, the phone pies, all that shit that be coming out with $200 I'm like, man, all that money I was spending on them fucking tennis shoes and clothes trying to look good for the streets, motherfuckers only putting the target on your back for them to take it from you, try to rob it from you because they ain't got it. Like, I just had to reevaluate a lot of shit, though. That's when I had my son at 25, the shit changed. You feel what I'm saying? I try to instill that in my kids right now since they old. You say you 24, man, I got a son that's 23, turned 24 on Christmas. He just made me a grandfather. My granddaughter about to be 5-6 months now. Shit different now for me. I'm a grandpa. That shit sound funny coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably very hard being a parent, I'm assuming. Because, like, I don't know. I don't know how I would do it, to be honest. I mean, I would like to be, though.
Man, I knew people that was 30 years old that was a grandpa and grandmas. Because they had their kid when they were 15. So if you 30 and you had your kid when you were 15, your child old enough to have a kid themselves at 15, 16. I became a grandfather at 47. So I think I did good for myself. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think I did enough to let my kids see me make a transition in life and let them know, look, man, look, the shit that y'all really want don't have no value. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's cool to treat yourself. It's cool to buy your kids with the expo on holidays. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gonna spend $400, $500, $600 on shit that ain't gonna help them grow and learn. It's kind of crazy, you feel me? But that's just the way of the world we live in. You see these things, these materialistic things. You think you need them. You think your kids be wanting them. You want to treat them good because they did good in school. But at the end all be all, you want to put that money up for. Look, I'm gonna put this money to the side. So when I graduated, I couldn't even save money for myself, right? Because I was a street dude and I was saving my own money. But I'm talking about far as for real goals and shit that have value. So my grandpa used to take my check and take half of it and give it to me. I get paid every 2 weeks. He'll tell me, now look, if you run through that shit, don't come back and ask for this. I'm gonna show you how to save. So when I first started working at 16, I had to get a permit. I had summer jobs from 13 to 15. At 16, I got a permit to start working a real job. First tax was $529. He took it, put it up. Every check I get, taking $150 out that bitch. $150. By the time I graduated, nigga had almost $2,400 in his bank account. And he gave me my whole check. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. And I regret this to this day. I took everything out of that motherfucker, and I ain't know he had the bank statements where he could see it. Like every time I withdraw, whatever, because they were sending the shit to our house and it was in their name, but my name was on it. But they gave me access to my own money. I took the whole thing out and got me a fucking 4.5 nigga and balled out. I ain't gonna lie. He said, "What you ran through all that money and already?" I couldn't tell him I took it out to go buy no dope, because then he would have kicked me out. So I'm like, I made up a little fabrication or whatever, like, like I was helping my sister, helping this person. And he knew I had a girl, so I said, man, and my girl went did something, you feel me? So I said, $2,400 ain't no money. Now, mind you, it's money to them because they saving. They know how to save and manage. It ain't money to me because I'm a hustler. I'm making money every day. $200, $300, $400, $500, thousands of dollars. They damn near 4 bands a week just streetwise. So I like I say, I had to learn, man. That shit come with trials and tribulations, dog.
Yeah. Man. it's just easy to spend money like when you're younger and stuff. Like a lot of it. Because you just think it will never run out.
And I'm not even gonna trip off it though. You know why? Because it was fun while it lasted, but it was a lot of hard pains. Then you're looking at your friends that's dying around you, going to jail, getting life, getting hit with Rico X. That shit went to waking me up like, damn, if I hang with this dude and this dude, now we consider it as a game. Like they put so much shit in the game to railroad people, not just my race, everybody. You see what I'm saying? So I had to sit back and evaluate myself, man, especially when I had my kid at 25. Don't never let nobody trick you out your spot, man. You got soft. I don't give a fuck. Call me what you want, bitch. You know about that dumb shit. Don't play with me like that, though. How we came up in our hood back in the Gap, order to be friends with somebody, you move in a new neighborhood, or they move in your neighborhood, you wind up fighting these dudes. For some reason, it always happens. You're gonna fight. You're gonna come up fighting. That's how you know who your real friend. That's how you know who's gonna have your back if you really was to get into it. You go to school with some of these dudes, from elementary to middle school to high school. If you stay in this neighborhood for the duration of your life where you came, some people moved around, some people didn't. I was just one of the fortunate ones that stay in this neighborhood all this time from a childhood till I was able to move out my grandparents' house, move out my mom's house. My mom always stayed in the 9th ward, and my grandma always stayed in the 7th ward. So I had the best of both worlds, but me becoming a product of my environment really let me know there's a bigger picture to all this madness that we put ourselves in. I can't follow nobody. Ain't nobody put no gun in my head and make me do these things. That's why I say I used to be a follower. I wanted what the streets had. I wanted what the people around me had. Knowing I already had a good life because my grandparents was trying to teach me the right way and not to blow my money on that dumb shit on tennis shoes. Man, John was driving tennis shoes every week looking like, huh? From 1 to the fucking 12s. And he was driving different colors. One week it's the black and red fold, then it's the Bo Jackson Raider color folds, then he had the North Carolina folds, then he go back to the 3s, come back with 2-3 colors of them, the white and black ones, then he went to the 5s, then he went to the 6s. Like you was just trying to keep up with the fucking Joneses, man. Like, and that shit wasn't cool, but then it's so hard to explain because I had to go through experience, you know, that's something that I had to experience. And that shit's still cool to this day. I can go to my house right now and I can show you I got at least 20 boxes of fucking shoes just stacked up on the wall. Shoes in that bitch. I work so much, I barely wear them motherfuckers. So why is I'm buying all these fucking shoes? Why is I'm keep buying? I got at least $5,000 worth of fucking shoes in my fucking closet, dog, for real.
Yeah.
200, 175, 300. Because you know them retros, they gonna bust you across your head. Scottie Pippen's the S shoes, 175. So if you do 175 times 10, nigga, how much you think that is? See what I'm saying? Like if you do the math and you break that shit really down, like, come on, bro. They taxing us and they sending that shit over there to China, getting that shit made for like $15, $20, maybe fucking $5, $10. But you coming back to America taxing us out the ass for that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, did they have a lot of like video games back then or no?
Hell yeah. I was a video game. Look, Tecmo Bowl 2. We had Mario, Duck Hunt. I started off with Atari. Boy, my grandma used to be pissed off. They hear that all through the night. School time and you go to bed at 8 o'clock. I put that towel by the door so the light won't come from underneath it and cut the volume down so they won't hear that. Then you come out with the Nintendo. Nintendo went to Sega Genesis 64. Then you come out with PlayStation 1. No, then you had Dreamcast and PlayStation 1. Man, we had so many shit that it ain't like now though with the technology. They coming out with all these different little game switches and Game Boy. We had Game Boys. Man, we had so much shit to do, dog, to keep it from off the street. But once you go outside and you test that waters, you see what your neighbors got. You see what the people doing in your neighborhood doing. You just become a product of your environment. You hanging with these dudes every day. So temptation is a motherfucker. So it'd be hard for you to fight that shit. These dudes got jugged, but your mama got you wearing Buster Brown Wildcats. Your mama got you wearing kangaroos with the zipper on the side. Bitch, I want some Jordan too. But my mama had to put my shit in the lid with. She had to work 3 jobs. So I call myself helping out. Look, man, just take care of my sister, mine. I got me. They ain't know what I was doing, but then my mom was more understanding because my uncles was already doing it. My father was understanding because all my older cousins and his brothers was around that shit all their life. So it just like became a trend. Like I'm watching my older people doing it, my family doing it, my uncle giving me money, go to school. I'm seeing him come inside with big ass knots of money in the 80s and the 90s. I'm in middle school with $15 in my pocket. And niggas going to school with 50 cents in their pocket around that time, just enough to buy a fucking snack at lunchtime. I got 15 though, $20 in my pocket. I ain't had that shit to do. I just did it because it was. I seen another motherfucker. To me, that's being a follower, dog. I'm just being honest. Think for yourself. Don't be no follower. Set your own trend. Be a fucking leader. And watch how many people you have as a friend when you do it the right way, trying to be a leader. You ain't gonna have no friends. And that's how you want it. Because it's easy for people to snake you. It's easy for people to be in your business. Because once a nigga get in your business, your story become 5, 10 other stories when they go to other people, because they're gonna have their own version. They ain't gonna never have the truth. That's why they always say it's your side, that side, and the truth. You feel me? So if you're hanging by yourself, ain't nobody can really pinpoint what you're doing or speculate what you're doing and shit like that. So just stand 10 toes down, man. Find what you want to do. They got things, way more things that you can do to make money or honest dollars than we had back in the gap. You understand? So just stay the course. Don't press the panic button. And stay true to yourself, for real. Don't never doubt your own beliefs and what's in your heart. Go with your first move and follow your dream, whatever that dream is. Just follow it. Be patient.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the only thing I'm afraid of definitely is being hated by a lot of people. That's one of the things, like people hating me and stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something about that. See, back in that time, it wasn't like that. See how they got snitching and haters out here? They all in your face. They stick out like a sore thumb. And they ain't scared to rat on you. Back then, it was a code.
Yeah.
It's just like back then with the alphabet group. They was in the closet. They was hiding that shit. Now they walking around freely. They got more leeway than a normal person. So what I'm saying is, dog, don't rush to be grown. Take your time, enjoy life, bro. Stay in your lane. The less people know about you, the less people get to go out there and spread lies about you. Because that's what it's going to become, lies. Because like you said, you scared of people hating on you. And if they see you doing good, or you think you too much, or he think his shit don't stink, or he think because he got daddy, and then that's going to put a target on your back, bro. I'm telling you, a target. And you don't want that target on your back.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the advice, by the way.
Nah, man, anytime, man. Don't make you no punk. Don't make you no bitch. You just more smarter. You just move a certain way. See, that's where I fail to realize that I ain't want to make it seem like I was no punk or no bitch, right? Instead of me being smart and hiding my hand, that's like playing dominoes and flipping all your bones over. The nigga know what you got in your hand, so they know how to stop you. That's why you hide your shit. That's why when you play cards, only you can see your cards. You don't show your hands to everybody so they can hold your card when you're playing pity back or Tonka gin rummer where you can't win. That's how I started treating life, man. I hide everything. I don't let nobody in my fucking circle, not even my close family members, the ones that taught me the game, because everybody entitled to change. And I'm one of those persons that changed for the better, and I'm reaping the benefits. I wish I'd have started earlier. That's why I'm telling you this. You still have time, bro. So start now.
Okay. Yeah, I should do that.
Get there about 6:30, whatever. But
greetings, brethren. What up?
What's up, big dog?
Yo,
chilling,
what up, Nola boy?
Chilling.
Man, T-Price, what's up? What we doing?
I was waiting for him to start calling the game. I was just flicking my phone down, and let me see what the score is. I see the Cavs up by 7 with 4:36
the game on
left.
already? Oh.
Yeah. If the Cavs need to win this game, bro. I don't know what they're doing. They shouldn't even be down 3-1. And like I was saying earlier this morning, how the hell you stop Garland, Mobley, and fucking Hunter from playing the first 2 games and put yourself in that deficit like that? I don't know who made that call. I don't know who told them it was cool for them to do that. But this the playoffs, win or go home. I'm emptying the clip, man. And we talking about 2 starters in Mobley and Garland, plus a significant role player in Hunter. So that's why you lost the first 2 games and put yourself in
I
the
have
spot.
an idea. I got an idea where they're from in Nola.
What it is?
That's coaching. Cause Kenny Atkinson, where he been for the past couple of years? He's been down in Golden State, and the Warriors, they have a tendency to kind of play, you know, lay back on the chair, hand behind your head, foot stretched out. You know, the Warriors, they have a tendency to play with, you know, play with games like that. Like Steve Kerr saying, like, we got 3 games to make the playoff. That's the end of the season when we were in the play. And he like, yeah, we got 3 games to get in the playoff. Like talks like that. So I don't know if Kenny Atkinson look at them and be like, you know what? We'll leave you out for these games. I think we can, you know, like Steve Kerr saying in the game 2 against Minnesota, like it was a feel out game. I'm trying to see, man, where in the history of the league have you heard in the playoffs a coach say this is a feel out game? I'm trying to see what I got. Like he did that in the game 6 against the Houston Rockets too. So I don't know if Kenny Atkinson picked that kind of lackadaisical, lean back kind of a approach from Steve Kerr, because Steve Kerr have that cool boy move, like play around with it too much. Like
you can't
do that.
Players now. It's a players' league. But hey.
But Steve Kerr, coaches like Steve Kerr is the perfect dude, cause man,
yeah.
Hey, but you gotta like
you put this on Kenny Atkinson. You put this on Kenny?
No, specifically. No. I'm talking about specifically.
I agree with that. I don't think he's a better coach than Bickerstaff.
No, I'm talking about losing. I'm talking about losing in terms of like strategies or whatever. Like him, the choice to not play those guys. You know, when it should be this is playoffs, and if you can go, you go. How can you not play game 1, but then all of a sudden you can play back game 3 and game 4, like because you need it now. Like you could have run in game 1 too. But you know, that's my opinion anyway. But that's just based on they not playing Hunter and God from, even though they had like sprained ankles and
coaching experience too, though. I think that really come from coaching experience. He don't really have enough, and how deep he is, he felt like that roster was still big enough to give his guys some rest to pull those guys out. And then mind you, he had a couple of big point leads in those series. I still wouldn't have did it myself. I'm just saying, if I got a chance to go to the playoffs and make a point, and I'm the number 1 seed, everybody playing. I'm a firm believer.
He's a rookie coach there too, right? Like, and we just doing this. Like we good, but come on, let's not act like our shit don't stink. Like it's all a process. It's the first time we here together. Like don't play around with the food. And this is what happened. You meet a team like Indiana, who, man, you better put on your wheels, boy. You better get your sleep. It seems like when you come in to play Indiana, because they'll run you out that building, man. And they're athletic, they got wings. So yeah, Cleveland, they definitely missed the ball by not playing the players. And I don't know if they was really that injured. And from their playing now, it didn't seem like it was, you know, that much serious of an injury that they couldn't have played. So they probably dropped. Yeah, they're probably thinking to themselves like, damn, should have played that game. But 3-1, that's tough to come back, man. Like Indiana got momentum, but that's what we still play the game, right? The game still have to be played.
Yeah, once they start betting in the games, man, that's why I don't never bet on this stuff, man. Like now they start off the game, the betting, they do it in all sports. Make it sad. And then at the end of it, they be like, if you have a gambling problem, call this number 1-800.
I wonder who give me that problem. Like, I wonder how I'll get that problem. I wonder where that problem came from.
I don't know.
But that's what corporation do. Like they cover themselves, man. They hide their shit. Like I'm gonna cover my tracks. If you got an issue, this is where you go. But here's some big underdog stakes going tonight. Right? Man, and what's worse about that situation, like just like that should be below your TV, like going across. Like you can't miss that, bro. Like fantasy, like you can't miss it. It's bulletin board. Like the guys jumping the ball in the middle of the court, all of a sudden pop up like bet 360. Like what the fuck? Like it's
Oh
like
yeah,
those
there's
race
another
car
person that I
suits.
want to talk about. I just thought about there's a player that nobody don't talk about that was short and he got 5 of them things. And he played for the Lakers.
Derek Fisher.
A guard. Oh yeah, that was
Derek
that was
Fisher.
my
You talking about Derek Fisher? I already know who you talking about.
No, I'll never talk about him.
Now, he was a team player. He played his role, hit big shots, timely shots, floor general. Like I'm from the land of underdogs. That's who I watch the most because we already expect what we expect from a superstar. So I look at the role players. I look at the key players that supposed to contribute besides the superstars of the team. Do they get an opportunity? And that Lakers team in that 2000, they was built just right. The Oris, the Rick Fox, the Derek Fishers.
right.
You know what I mean? So
Am I wrong? But it wasn't it was like the role players who would actually make the shift in the series because you know what you're gonna get from your stars. But it was the role players who actually like shift the series, make it go. But it's the reverse, man. The role is in reverse now. I mean, some teams don't even got role players. Some teams only got six man deep. Like players
And the
inconsistent.
Pacers only down by 4. It's halftime.
They in Cleveland. Oh man, historic season,
Yeah, they're in
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Man, ooh.
hey, let me ask y'all a serious question.
Yeah.
Do y'all think Cleveland have a shot to come back and win this series?
No.
I think they're the better team on paper, but I just thought they dug themselves too far of a hole. And by
Yeah.
that team being young, fast, hungry, I don't think Indiana gonna lay down. Because like I say, I seen them suck 20 points. One of them games, Cleveland was blowing their ass out. And I was like, when I had clicked it off. When it get like that, I really click it off. I feel like they should close the deal. But then when I check the score again, Indiana came back and beat them by 2 points or 1 point or something. I'm like, how the fuck that happened?
Man, what
That was
To me,
that been
crazy. But
happening a
Howard
lot.
got
What
his
do you think
own
is a
rebound.
contribution for that? Teams
That
giving up.
scares me.
What's your opinion on that? Like it's been happening a lot. Like teams giving up 15, 20 points lead. Like, and what's worse is getting cut in like 3-4 minute spans. Like,
nah, to me, whatever got you that lead, you just got too content, and then you went back to convert, jacking up all those trees, trying to hit them with the kill shot instead of just playing fundamental basketball, getting the best shot that's available to you at that possession. And like when I go back and watch some of these highlights, it just be bad possession after bad possession, poor ball movement, no kind of motions. It's just like your turn, my turn.
They don't
Especially
throw
when you
alley
have
dunks no more,
yeah,
fast breaks no more.
yeah.
They
I
don't
got
do
the
yeah.
same. I got the same answer, but in a different feel. Like, yeah, teams they just concentration. They just break the concentration and just for whatever reason, like
shooting all them
they
goddamn threes.
can't keep a tunnel vision. They can't keep for whatever reason. Like it's crazy. Every team does it. Give up lead. Like and I seen a stat that MJ Bulls they 42-0 when they leading with 10 points when they got a double-digit lead going in the fourth quarter. They never ever give up a lead. I'm
Because
like,
you know why? It's good ball movement. And you got to do work in the mid-range. When you play inside out, that's a better 3-point shot than you dribbling the ball, trying to take it off the dribble and doing that step back shit. Because now
yeah,
the dude can recover and at least contest the shot. When you got to do like a Michael Jordan on a block, hitting fadeaways and you trying to double team him, you swing the ball around or you hit the open man because the dude that's double teaming you, his man is wide open. Either he a 3-point specialist at that time or it's a guy that's going to cut to the basket and make it more harder for you to defend Jordan. So now you can't bend on him. So now he going to kill you with the fadeaway anyway. But when you try to double to get the ball out of his hand, you got backdoor cuts. That's what made Golden State so deadly when they had their little 4-5 year run and went 3-1 before they ran into Toronto with those injuries, those backdoor cuts, those easy buckets.
Yeah, because I got a theory. Because
but they wasn't.
And not only that,
and
James,
what Warriors had that those teams had in back in the days too. When you have a system and when you have players who've been in that system, like eventually you can close your eyes and run plays. When you have a cohesive system and a coach, like you get those kind of results.
They had Spates. They had Spates. They had David West. They had David Lee. Gold State, man, they first run with Bogut. Hey, I remember. Hey, I watched. Hey, I keep telling you.
I would have never broke that team up, T. Price. That team was built to win for a long term. Not running.
Barbosa, Usher look-alike with his confessions.
And because we had those great teams, Steve Kerr never had to work on his flaws because his flaws was always getting covered up. He never had us to work on his rotation or even like knowing who would work with who. Like he always had Iggy and smart players to cover up his flaws. So he never really coached on the flaws. And you see it now. Like when you don't have those players, you see it, man. Yeah, Harrison, man.
I mean, Harrison Barnes.
That kid had one bad slump and they send him out.
Hey, Conklin, this is how cold. It's a cold game out here, right? I just thought about this, right? Harrison Barnes won the championship, right, with the Warriors, and then he got that. A lot of people don't remember he had that commercial. I forgot what car dealership it was, but that in a commercial. You know what I mean? It didn't.
Well, I never know about that. I never knew about that.
Yeah. And then the next year they got.
Yeah, man. I love Harrison Barnes, bro. I was like, I'll run back on Harrison Barnes one more. Yeah, man.
Dog, bro. Like he went to Carolina too.
Oh, you went to NC? All right. Man, I love his game, his flow. He was smooth with it.
I think he played high school basketball like in Iowa. Let me go look it up right quick. Fact check that.
Did he won in college?
I don't think he won it with Harrison Barnes. No, I don't think Harrison Barnes didn't get a chip. He wasn't on that team. I don't think, but let me fact check it though.
Was he a lottery pick? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drafted him. I think. Listen, Golden State always drafted well. This is the problem that I have with this new era. They use this young talent because they had one bad year, one bad series, and they try to stack the deck and go get this one, go get that one.
Yeah.
See, God don't like ugly, KD, and I don't wish no injury on nobody, but that injury happened for a reason. You ain't must need KD. Because if you could win with Harrison Barnes and you could win with Wiggins, why would you need a person like KD? And you killed your depth by having to sign that type talent. I'm not about to go
I always say, man, Nola boy, I always say, man, I would never see Steph Curry in his final form. I knew if the Warriors would have run it back, I don't care if they would have lost. But I knew I would have seen another form of Steph Curry because he had no choice. But the fact that they run and they scheme up and team up, and then you put a lid on your game for Kevin Durant, I needed to see your final form, Dragon Ball Z shit, bro. KD too, I don't know what his final form look like. Curry, LeBron James, I don't know what they look like when they're back against the wall and they got to, that shit got to come out of them that they didn't know what was there. That's my issue with Curry, even though he's, that's my player at his generation. But when he was supposed to see if he got it, man, he told himself, nah, I ain't get it, man. Let me go get KD. And that was ugh. It's hard for me to all this top 5 shit and best point guard. I mean, those are the things, man. Those are the things that just rub me wrong.
You already know who number 2 is, so you got.
I know. For the sake of the argument, every time they say it is, man.
They got people saying Curry is better than Magic Johnson.
2 different players, 2 completely different players, right?
And listen, you can't compare them two. T. Price, why you can't compare them two? You the one said it anyway. 2 guards playing 1 guard. That's not fair He must compare because Magic, even though he could score the ball, he had a disadvantage being 6'9". His job was the floor general. John Stockton's job was the floor general. You know what I mean? You had point guards back then was real floor generals. Now, if
It
you're
was
gonna tell me
pass, then shoot. Like that's the
give
option.
me 15 and give me 9, give me 17 and 10, 18 and 10, 20 and 10. I take that, but you had scores and other pieces around you where you didn't have to take on the scoring lead. But then when you seen Kareem go down and he hit that hook shot in the finals and went to that 5 position, it ain't like he couldn't do it. It just wasn't his job. And when you brought up, there's a lot of shooting guards that play point guards in this era, so their mind is to shoot the ball, not pass first. So I'm like, come on, man, how can you even compare that shit?
It's different. Yeah. It's
And not only that, Magic went to the finals without Kareem, and they said he couldn't do it without Kareem. Actually did it. And they shouldn't beat the Trailblazers that year in a lot of people's eyes, but they did.
But then the Trailblazers beat them the very next year. No, they lost to Phoenix, I think. Who they lost to that next year when the Trailblazers played the Bulls in '92? Magic them was in the playoffs again.
Was it Jazz?
I mean the Lakers. I forgot who they lost to. Yeah, who they lost to in '92? Because the Portland went. Like you say,
I think it was Jazz or Suns.
I think it was the Suns, if I'm not mistaken, but I want to fact check and to be sure. But they still made it to the playoffs that very next year, and they got knocked out in the first round, I think. The first or the second round.
Oh, so that Magic made it back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and didn't they make it in the playoffs in '92?
You remember you remember he took that. You remember you got to think about it too, because that's from almost around the time when, he came out and said that he had to retire from the Lakers today.
Yeah.
And he's still here. The only person I know is, allegedly.
Yeah,
I remember
real.
when
I don't know
I
why
heard
people
that
be
news.
saying that, dog. That shit real. It ain't like you lying. He is here. So why we saying allegedly? He the one came out and said it. I could see if it was a rumor and we ain't have the full coverage of what was going on. He announced it. He the one brought it to the table. Whether it was a humility ritual, whatever the case, y'all know how that shit be going. Somebody got to do something. You got to say something. You got to go through this. You got to go through that. It's just like too much shit is implicated in the sports. And it's been like that way before the betting. Way before the betting. The betting just made the shit obvious. Like, this shit is rigged.
The betting just got legal. The betting just got legal. Like, that's all.
Hey, I just thought about it.
What?
When the Pelicans traded Anthony Davis, right?
Yeah.
To the
The
Lakers, right?
Yeah.
The Pelicans end up getting the #1 draft pick.
Yep.
You know who that #1 draft pick was?
Zion. Same thing happened, bro.
They did that shit with Chris Paul, though. They traded Chris Paul, and we got Anthony Davis. Come on, man. Make it make sense. I'm just putting it out there.
Boy said Shea Gilgeous-Alexander look like a Call of Duty character, man. Don't do my boy like that. He from
A Call of Duty character. What is?
When you take that type of caliber player from a small market team, same thing. LeBron left. Cleveland got Kyrie, Bennett, and Andrew Wiggins. 3 top draft picks. Come on now. It's a current theme, bro. So why would people that like the game, you won't call them fans, you won't call them casuals, you know what I mean?
So you gotta trade. You gotta make a big splash trade. Okay, so
Now,
Warriors gotta get rid of Steph Curry.
If I take a superstar away from you, I gotta replace him. That's just their way of throwing that shit in your face. But people don't want to see it. People act like they blind to what was going on. But I've been seeing that shit. I'm from a small market city.
Crazy. That's a crazy pattern.
Listen,
right
to be
there,
honest, I'm gonna call it right now, dog, because that's just the way the shit been going, and I don't think it's gonna change. If they
But that's
force Giannis to leave
one.
Milwaukee, wherever Milwaukee send Giannis, I guarantee you they're gonna have a top 1 or 2 pick in the draft to replace that talent. Keep it out. Watch what I think.
Man, that's 3. That's 4 times. Isn't that plausible? You take that to a judge, bro. I mean, that's
Look how much. Look how much they got Bridges. They got 5 number ones off Bridges from New York. 5. He's a nice
man.
player. He's an Iron Man. He ain't never missed no games.
Don't forget Rudy Gobert. Don't forget that Gobert.
Oh yeah, that go
No,
back
I'm
to
Crazy
talking about
work
I'm
too.
talking about Bridges though. They get
yeah,
5
Danny
draft
Ainge
picks.
always do shit like that though. Danny Ainge he want all them picks. So I expected him to do
He
that, but that
he
Mikal
played
Bridges
he
5
played
number
himself with
one, that dude ain't
Larry
worth no 5
Markkinen
number
though.
ones, dog. I don't give a fuck what
Yeah.
nobody says.
On 92-93, they lost in the 91-92, they lost to the Westford Conference first round in back-to-back seasons in 91-92. 90-91, they lost in the finals. They lost in the first round the next 2 years. And then 93, 94.
Say when they went to the finals, who they lost to in that first round, T?
You talking about in after
The year
91-92?
they lost to the
Yeah,
Bulls
after the
in
finals.
4-1 and 91. They went to the playoff that
It was
next
the
year too. So
Trailblazers.
the
It was the
Trailblazers
Blazers.
beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was one of them. And look, that team got right back in the playoffs, dog. That's all I'm saying. And they lost to the team who went on
That
to
went to the
face
finals. Yeah.
that went to the finals to face the Bulls. So, bro, look, this should be right in your face, man. Like, I don't give a damn what nobody says. They slap your head with a pie like you on Three Stooges. And all day you gonna say woo, sounding like Curly around this bitch.
Oh man.
AC Green is the Iron Man of them all. This nigga played how many games? 10,000 games straight.
What?
I'm just fucking with you.
Him and Elvin Hayes. I think Elvin Hayes only missed like 9 games in his career.
AC Green played damn near what 1,000 games straight. Damn, this nigga here.
The fuck?
Oh, Al Green,
AC
looking at that
Green.
nigga. This nigga ain't never missed a fucking game. I think he can
AC
Al
Green.
Green.
Man, he got a perfect last. He green it, but yeah, you ain't damn. That boy's a machine. 10,000? You talking 10,000 games? Oh,
Yeah, that was back then when they played the best. Portland beat them 3-1. It was best of 5.
Best of 5 first round.
Portland
See, but I ain't gonna
Trailblazers
lie.
won
You think they should go
115.
back to the best of 5 in the first round?
Man, they
Yeah,
gotta take out
to
that player.
to protect them records. Yeah.
Bull crap.
To protect them records that they got this boy holding. Yeah, they'll do stuff like that. Shorten season games and shorten playoff games.
I take that play in out and put 3-5. The best 3 out of 5. And let they roll like that. Because the loser, you got 2 teams that play each other. Then the loser who get knocked out still got a chance to play the other loser, that team. Then you might as well have a best of 3 out of 5 to keep the shit going. Just they won't shorten the season anyway because these niggas don't want to play 82 games. They boycotting for that shit. Like, it's too much money involved for you not to go out there and get the fans their money work, bro. And that's one thing I don't respect about this era. They cheat the game so much as it is, and y'all still trying to cut the season short. Y'all bad to be playing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Minutes,
that's
quarter.
They're
even talking about cutting the quarter short. Like,
This
man, Adam. But I wanted to go back on that Utah. I want to go back on that Utah for a while. Ask you guys a question concerning Utah, cause I mean, what do you do if you're Utah? Cause this shit ain't working. They just missed out with all this tanking. Danny Ainge played himself under Larry Markkinen cause his stock dropped now. It's like, what do you do if you're the Jazz? Like, do you tank again? Like,
Hey man, you
Hey, look.
tanking, but once you have a superstar talent like a Luka getting traded, it ain't like you don't get the lottery pick. What pick Utah got, T? You called it yesterday. I was paying attention, but I forgot about how the lineup went.
I think
What
it's like
pick
the
Utah
fifth
They
pick
got?
or
actually got a
something like
good
that.
team.
I
Cause
think it's like the fifth.
look. Just look at last year, for instance. Remember how they was beating all them teams, and like they was going that they started, especially when they had Michael Conley. Remember when Michael Conley was there?
Yeah.
How they was winning. They was doing it for a long man. Utah been doing this for a long time. And then next you know, it's close the doors. Hey man, you got you can't no
Yeah,
man,
and the West, they might be they might be, man. Who they gonna be better than in the West with this roster now? Like
It's
they,
sad how Utah
ooh,
became, man. It's sad, and the Utah fans really thought they was gonna really get Cooper Flag too.
yeah, that's all that 82 games, tanking, losing games when you could have been winning games, coach, man, all of that, and you miss out on like the top three
Well,
talents.
we've seen
But
this before. We've seen it
the
with
draft
AD,
pick,
and I'm telling you, man, we've seen this stuff like too many times. Oh, get back to did y'all see that interview when Magic Johnson was in Byron Scott when he was on the Byron Scott show and he was saying how these players, you know, they don't play their preseason games like they're supposed to. That's why these players are getting hurt. You know what I mean? Look at back in the day. They played way more preseason games than these dudes did. Some of them was on back-to-back nights. And they played all
yeah,
their minutes.
because it makes sense. Because if you're gonna play 30 minutes a game and you got a preseason game, why are you playing 10? Get your body play 30, get your body ready for what is coming. Like that make
Exactly.
total sense.
Man, watching these boys
And
play, man, it's like watching an AAU basketball game.
oh no,
Look, I
not
seen what you call it
not
last
not
night.
AAU T
Even though
press.
Leezy
No
is though
man.
is true. Even though what Leezy said is true. When you get an
Lazy
offensive
was on?
rebound.
Oh wow.
Man, he was on here earlier. Yeah, him and Ron they had a discussion
Hey,
on here.
that
They
was a
was
fire ass debate though. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
they was
Both
debating
of them,
like a mug. Boy, I went
both
on
of
mute
them
on that
dudes
one.
was
Boy, I ain't
making
saying
great
nothing.
points, bro. That's why I stood out of it. I just got my popcorn and was enjoying the show. I ain't
Ah
gonna lie.
shit.
They was at each other neck, boy. That's the type of shit we used to doing on here. Ain't no love lost, ain't no beef. We just talking sports, baby. That's what we do over here. We pick people
Yeah.
brain, bro. We pick your brain real quick.
That's what it's all about, bro. Like finally we got a platform where we could talk the game how we see the game. Like non-bias, non-bias in the approach.
Yeah, boy, I let them go at it, man. I
But
gotta go
listen,
back and listen
man,
to
that
that
boy
later, man.
Ant. Oh man, that boy, Ant.
And it was both. I heard a little bit.
Man, woo.
I was like,
Boy,
man,
I hate him. He was mic'd up. No, GP2 was mic'd up. Man, he was talking shit to GP2, bro. He like, bro, you can't guard without fouling. Man, he was giving GP2 the shit, bro.
oh, you talking
Man,
about Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards, bro, man. The mic up
Hey, when he hit
GP2.
that three
Oof,
ball, when he hit that three for halftime,
man,
the Golden State
that
had
was the
momentum.
momentum there, man. Yeah.
To
That was the
me, that's
man. We were
how.
up 5. Yeah, he took the momentum going in the half, boy. That was a dagger shot. That's one of them Steph Curry shot, bro. The man gave us one of them Steph Curry shot, bro. GP2, and he gave him a nasty cross before GP2. I don't know, man. Yeah, he ain't looking the
Oh, but
same, bro. Ooh,
hey,
and too
we
good,
ain't
man.
gonna act
That
like.
boy
Hold
too
on, I
good.
gotta give my boy his credit. We ain't gonna sit here and act like See, y'all put Anthony Edwards on Sports Center. How come y'all didn't put Jonathan Kuminga done when he dunked on Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, exact right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that cut to
Anthony
the
Edwards got
basket
his
there. He
get
did
back
him
though.
nasty. Man, yeah. Got Kevin Looney, man. Kevin Looney, bro. Yeah, he too quick, man. Kevin Looney thought he got up there, but man, that man, his jump is quick, bro. He get up like quick on his elevation, man. Kevin Looney too late, bro. Like that's that
Man,
that's that real life speed and that TV speed, bro. Like that shit look different. Man. But he's man, and there's a problem. And he wasn't he was just going through the motion. But I don't know what happened,
mhm.
but man, after he hit that shot before the halftime, boy, and he come back and he Draymond Green doing some dumb, yeah, Draymond Green, yeah, halftime. I calling him halftime Green, bro. He
Hey,
only
I'm
good
not
for
gonna lie
one
to you.
half, man.
What I noticed with Anthony Edwards, bro, I know they say he got similarity to Jordan because of his skill set, high flying, quickness, and first step getting to the paint. When that dude want to play, bro, he's a hard outing, bro. When he
Oh,
locked in, no, that's why he beat Jokic. That's why he doing what he's doing. And whether he want to face of the league or not, if he keep on this trajectory and how he punishing these old heads and the new school, just think about his resume the last 2 years, bro.
man,
He
I
got to be
can't
ring
wait,
dog Luka.
bro.
He
Man, I
can
can't
beat the
wait.
role player and Luka. Then you about to take out Steph Curry. You wiping Jokic out. Dog, who else is there left to who is out there to punish? Like you about to now. Granted, I know Steph Curry out and all that injury is part of the game, but dog, before Steph went out, they won the game anyway. When Steph was there, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't just end that on because Steph got hurt. That's the only
Nah,
reason why.
Minnesota a better
Right,
team, man.
right.
This would have happened anyway, man. Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler out of gas, Draymond Green, like yeah, it's like our core like can't hang. Our core can't hang. And
no,
Julius, and
the
we
Raymond ain't
talking
about to
about
help you score. You need
and
scoring punch against them niggas. The
the
Raymond ain't
crazy
about to
thing
help you
is,
score.
yeah, the crazy thing is we talking
They
about
leave him wide
but
open, just like they
but
do the role player.
Julius Randle is the best player in the
You
series
know, you
so
got me
far, bro.
saying it, man. Now you got me calling Jay Reed a role player. Lord have mercy. You finally
Yeah.
broke in, Jay.
Man, Draymond they want nothing with Julius, boy. Man, Julius Randle, man, he whatever you'd say to the cooking, man, he getting boiled and sauteed and grilled and everything, bro. Like he can't hang with Julius Randle, bro. Nobody,
Hey,
maybe
I'm glad
only
you said that.
TJD.
Do you think Anthony Edwards is unlocking Julius Randle game because of the pressure that he's putting on the defense by getting in that interior and getting into the paint the way he's doing? Because
Oh
I
yeah,
think
for
they was
sure.
missing that physicality from Cat because Cat more of a
Yeah,
finesse player. But now that you got Julius Randle, he a banger. He like to get it out the mud type nigga, and he got a better jump shot than people give him credit for, and he can hit the
yeah, just
three just
about to
like
say
Cat.
that. Like props to him too. His game has really
Yeah,
he's more decisive. He knows what he wants to do,
I never talk bad
and
about Julius
and
Randle
he trusts
ever.
in his shot,
I used
man.
to
That
tell
boy got
Wilt,
confidence to the wazoo
about it
right
all the
now,
time.
man.
I'm like, Wilt, you got to understand, man. When these players, when they was used to say, look, he played a whole lot better. He's playing better than Mongo Slade.
Oh yeah, I mean, man got a triple double, bro. I ain't never see Julius Randle play like this, bro. Like with
Yeah,
such
Julius Randle been a
conviction,
baller
and he
though. He
knows
been a
what he
baller
wants to
though.
do. Like, yeah, he comfortable with being number two, and he like if
But
you
Knicks
got two
fans should be
bigs on
happy
your
for him.
you got two bigs, man. So one of them have to be physical down there, bro. Somebody has to be physical in the post. Like you can't have your big on the top of the key finesse. Draymond, that's why Draymond love guarding Cat, cause like he ain't banging with him in the post, but you gotta deal with
I don't
Randall,
see how
bro.
he gets all this. I mean, yeah, he got. I mean, it's like as my boy says, like you want apples, and I prefer oranges or peaches, whatever the case may be. Whatever flavor you like, kind of thing. But
Mhm.
I just don't look at him as that. As I mean, yeah, he got the accolades of the defense and all that, but I just don't. In his era, I don't see how everybody's scared of it. He reminds me a lot of Jay Reed. I don't see how players are so scared of these dudes. These two dudes right here. Like This ain't no hate. This ain't no shade. Just think about it. They got a compilation of you of I'll stump him in the nuts like Boondocks.
To hear this, man. When the team about you is we gotta tread the line with Draymond Green. Like Draymond walked that line, and if you gotta accept that with Draymond, man, bullshit, bro. Like grown ass man, brethren, control the emotion,
Man, that
man.
man
This
safari
man
punched
can
Jordan
control
Poole.
himself, bro.
He safari
Like
Hey,
punched that dude.
why he ain't testing
style.
Julius Randle like that? Julius Randle punched his ass down.
When Julius
But
said he
when
don't
when
want that
Isaiah
smoke,
still
he know who's
tried
the
to
punk.
pump
People
Steph
like
Curry, I
he's a
was like,
bully
where's
that can
Draymond?
bully little people. He ain't gonna bully
Yeah.
nobody that's on his level. Why
When Isaiah still
you
tried
really
to
think he
pump
gonna go at
Curry, I ain't seen.
J-Lo? You really gonna come at Jimmy Butler like he did KD? Man, he'll know better. You already know how it go, James. People that's bullied, they know the bully. They know. Hey, been there, done that. I used to see the best of them.
Man, I believe a criteria of a Hall of Fame player should get me one. He should be able to win me a game by himself, man. Draymond Green can't win us a game.
Ain't nobody
And
worried about the
worse when
Raymond.
Steph Curry,
Ain't nobody coming to see you,
out,
Otis.
man, you see the picture that Tura got up with Draymond Green in the Walmart
I ain't seen that one
shirt.
yet.
He said,
I ain't seen it.
Draymond
I
Green
ain't
life
seen that.
without Steph Curry.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I gotta
Tura
watch
got
that.
him out in a Walmart.
Too bad, man. He be killing me with them thumbnails. Man, him and Tinker is like the thumbnail kings around here, man.
But he ain't wrong though. Draymond Green is a push card. Without no Steph Curry, man, he's a push card, bro.
Man,
Regular.
And they always want to talk about Ryan Coattail.
Oh yeah, he retired, bro.
Of Ryan Coattail, but then again,
If
you know
Warriors say, Draymond, let me trade you, bro. Draymond saying, nah, I'm gonna retire.
It's just like how they did KD, right? Check this out, right? This is, we've been saying this for a while. I know I have, because James already know what I'm about to say. They killed KD and it made up a narrative that he lost to a team that beat him, kind of thing, against him. But they didn't have that same smoke for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10. They didn't give him that smoke. You heard what you heard what Stephen A said. He called the man. And you already know Shannon Sharp. Lakers in 5. Well, Lakers got beat in 5, Shannon. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. My homeboys, man, it's like, man, I already told you not group me chat anything. And we waiting on this dude to come home. That's a lot of people is on. Hey, don't let them people sit in there think there's a lot of real Laker fans waiting for this man to go. Just go.
They'll give it to him, man, bro. Like when they will do it when they spitting out that flavor chewing gum, when that flavor lost, when that gum lost its flavor and they spitting it out, that's when they're gonna use all those dumb things he say. When they're making a fool of him,
just like
man,
the
they got a
old school
compilation, bro. Not one,
like
not two, man. They gonna make fun of that. Yeah, what they got a compilation just waiting when they're ready to sink this dude. Like the same things that they used to say, oh, he's a smart guy or he's a good. They're gonna use those same thing to say look how
Pacers
foolish
got
he
the
look.
lead, y'all.
Like
this their first lead since it was 6-5. They're trying to
halftime?
close the doors. No, it's 7:04 in the third quarter.
Oh man.
Pacers lead 3-1. And then we got OKC tonight. That's gonna be watching me here in a little bit, because
man, that turned into a series. Joker getting locked up right now.
I still got OKC winning that game. I still got them winning the series though. They too deep, man. And then they learning though too. This is their second time around. I
Yeah,
know, I know, I
if
know,
Nuggets come
I know.
out of that series, it's because OKC give that up. Like, yeah.
I see the experience playing a part if they don't get it done. But listen, let me tell you
But the
something.
last
Excuse me.
game they won
It's growing
close. Like, I
pains.
believe they broke that mold. Like that last game that they fought
Because look
through,
how long
that
it took for
close
Jason
game.
Tatum and them to do it, though. Yeah, they've been there, but at the
Yeah,
same
that
time, I mean,
attrition. They
and look at the
lost
age
in
and
the first
everything like
round or the
that.
second round
Oh,
last
now you got
season.
me thinking how Ron Tondon was talking about in Elisa earlier. It's 23, bro. Ron Tondon was like, it's 20. That jug had to be dead, but I was cracking. That's when I came back in. Like, he's 23, bro. I was like, man, y'all dudes still going at it, bro. It was a
Who's
good debate,
23?
Yeah,
though.
but see, they was both making good points, and it like Jason Tatum and Brown came in going to the conference finals. Nah, they just had to learn how to play together. They done went to 5 conference finals before they got to the championship, at least.
Oh,
So
and got
that was way
oh.
that was way more of enough
that-
experience for them to learn how to get over the hump. But Golden State was
The
just more
22
of a veteran
finals.
team.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Golden State was just more
veteran
of a veteran
experience.
team. It was a bad matchup.
Not only
That's all
that,
it was.
and not only that, check this out. Look at all the different teams, but look at the back how much that team's changed over the years.
Yeah, and there was growth with that team because it
And they
was
still
Draymond
kept
Green.
Tatum and Brown. They kept them together. I remember, man, they used to say back in the they was saying that they need to break Jason Tatum. And I'm like, why they want to do that? I mean,
Yeah.
yes, they got new management. They got new management. New management is taking over Boston. So Tatum ain't gonna be playing next year. What you gonna do with Jaylen Brown? Are you gonna still keep them together? I would. But then again, you don't know what these new owners, what they're going to do with these teams now.
But see, bro, I'm going to ask you a question because I don't really know about the money situation. I don't pay attention to people's pockets like that. But if you have $300 million players on your team, how can you build around that when 2 people taking up all the money?
That's true.
Yeah.
2 people taking up literally damn near everything that you need to keep a championship roster built around those 2 people. That's why back then it was more
The cap blew
appreciated.
up every year, but yeah, I don't even think it's enough.
You have an all-star and you have a superstar caliber player. You never had 2 superstars like that take up all the salary. And I know there's more money involved and they get paid more money now, salary cap rules or whatever. The league gonna go up far as money-wise, but remember, Pippen was getting paid more than Jordan now, and he wasn't even the superstar. So how much money do you fucking really need? That's what I'm saying. So how much money do you really need? Why are you taking up all this
Mitchell
money?
already quitting. Oh man, don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
Nate.
man.
No, I just seen Pacers came back though. I was like, damn, y'all just was up damn near by 10. How the fuck y'all keep letting this team come back on y'all like that?
That was a strip. They got so desperate they put Isaac Okoro back in the game. He ain't been in the playoffs. It's desperate mode. Moby missed a 3-ball.
Damn,
Pascal
Kenny
looked like he should be in
Kenny
the
Atkinson
episode
scratching,
of
boy. Yeah, what?
No,
hey,
he
he's getting exposed. He getting exposed as a coach, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that man.
Rick Carlisle's a better coach than him.
Man. Oh yeah, for sure.
And he's a championship coach, and he's the one that put the zone on Jay Reed in 2011. Now people forget he was a coach on that team.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't see what's wrong with Cleveland. They say, bro, karma is a motherfucker, and I do believe in karma. So what y'all did at JB Bickerstaff, Ticket did a great video on that. Maybe that's coming back to bite him in the ass because a lot of people don't get
that was wild. Yeah.
I didn't know he
did
a video about that, man. I was just talking about it over here. I was just saying it on my show. I was like, man, that's why I said earlier, I'm like, man, y'all did all this to JB Bickerstaff, a black coach. Y'all act like this man was the problem. Look where y'all at now.
And JB,
you know
if JB should be coach of the year, like Pistons from that win.
Hey,
like that. I've never seen that turn around, bro. That this
role players. Yeah, he did. He did. Detroit Pistons exposed the role players when they played Cleveland during the regular season. Those are facts.
But see, that come with coaching too, though. And then you gotta think about it. His dad used to be a coach in the league. I forgot his dad name. What his dad name is? Yeah.
Bernie.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, when you come from a coaching tree like that, you come from X's and O's. You know how to put your players in position to win. I hate.
Yeah,
This
I
the
mean,
only
he
thing
was the
I
only
hate, bro.
difference in Pistons. That was the difference on the
Yeah.
roster with Pistons last year, just him. So it's
The coach.
obviously that's him, man. It's obviously him is him bring that plus, like for
He's
real.
out of bounds.
This the only
Thomas
thing I hate,
Robinson
though, Con.
right with the steal.
Listen, it's a lot of players. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a lot of players. It's a lot of coaches of our
Hey, y'all,
color.
they on a 17-2 run, y'all.
Right,
17-2.
Indiana.
Indiana with 4 minutes left on my end. You know, I'm in the Northwest.
Yeah, that's momentum
crazy,
swing, man.
dog.
That's momentum swing
Yeah,
right
that's a
there.
big ass swing.
Man, damn.
Why we always have to
Obi
build a
Toppin.
foundation and build a house, and then we got to let the other man get the credit for it? You notice that?
Hey, that's how it always been. It's always been like that. Look how they did Dwayne Casey. You don't think Dwayne Casey could coach?
I remember that.
Dwayne Casey is a defensive coach.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
Coach
Nick
of the
Nurse
year,
gets the
bro.
job. Man, you don't
Nick
get
Nurse
up out of here.
came, got that
Man,
man
he
right,
was
man.
winning
That's
that
fucked up.
with
Hey, look how that.
with
Look at that.
Kawhi
Look at
Leonard,
the other
man.
coach
He was winning
from
that with
Orlando.
Kawhi.
The black coach from Orlando. That's been with them doing the loser season. Now they got the boys in the playoffs every year. Look at him. I just hope
forgot his
EBS should
name.
be able to keep him. I forgot
Mos-
his name. Let me look it up right now.
Mosley. It's something
Yeah,
like that.
I
in
think
there.
his name is.
I forgot Orlando had a black coach too. Damn.
Yeah.
I just hate my people
Isn't
got to
he
build a
still? No, I think he's
foundation,
still with
but
them.
we
Isn't he
can't move
still
in the
with them?
neighborhood. We building the foundation, and they want to send us back to the slums, to the projects, and that shit ain't right. So we go build another project up
Nah, man.
in
I think he's
Detroit.
still with Orlando.
Yeah, he's still there, but what we're saying is we're seeing a lot of coaches that building with teams, and then they get rid of them. Then you know who gets it. It's just like how Steve Kerr, he benefited from Mark Jackson. You don't think Mark Jackson would have got them boys a championship? These people crazy, man.
Oh, for sure.
And he was a real flow general. Man, Mark Jackson, one of my favorite point guards. I used to like Mark
I
Jackson.
got a whole list of them with me. Yeah, I got too many favorites.
Yeah, you ain't taking
No,
the
I'm
ball
just
from
saying,
Mark Jackson,
I
man.
like
He
his
dribbled the
game,
ball
though.
low, bro. Mark Jackson dribbled the ball low, bro. Like,
Hey,
he
he's
ain't
one of the
getting that
main
ball.
reasons why he used to back you down like Charles Barkley
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Bark you
That
down the
is
whole
true.
shot clock. That's why.
That's the nigga who
they got
started
that
the shimmy, remember? Mark Jackson the one
that's Shimmy.
started the shimmy.
I remember watching him as a kid when he was at St. John's.
Dog, didn't Chris Mullin go to St. John's?
Mm-hmm.
I figured
Bill
that.
Mu-
This is crazy, bro. And look, Kenny Atkins getting exposed like this, bro. 17-2 run. Stop taking what we build and giving it to the other man, and you see what's happening. Like he gonna reap the y'all gotta stop doing that, bro. Y'all getting exposed for that shit too. Nigga tired of saying that shit. Like T Price said, it started with Dwayne Casey. It started way before that. But at the end of the day,
that's the one that came to my mind like instantly.
I understand. That was the one that stick out like a sore thumb because Toronto really won a championship off of how he built that team. You know what I mean? I just don't get it, man. You know how hard it is to get to the championship, make the playoffs at that, and you build all that. You put all your emphasis, your structure.
And they ain't scored in 7 minutes. Then 7 minutes and 10 seconds and counting. They finally hit a shot.
So what the score is, T?
75-68.
Yeah, it's over with. This
in the third quarter.
This a 4-1 gentleman sweep. I'm sorry. That's why I said what I said this morning. I don't know what it is with Cleveland, but you know, karma is a motherfucker, bro. You can't do that to people, man. They got God say high, but he damn sure look low. And I'm glad. And I like Spider, bro, but y'all know y'all did BJ wrong, man. Or JB, whatever his name, man. They did that man dirty, bro.
Mm-hmm. Look how they did Inmate Who Strokes You. The inmate took a team to the man.
That was his ring. Joe Mozzarella Sticks got fucked.
That part.
And now
Look
I'm
at
like
Obi
that.
Toppin. Man, top man. I know the Knicks, dude. The Knicks, man. That's another person, man. That's one thing I understand. You have to get go to a team that fits your system. And the one thing about Indiana, they actually do got a coach. That has a ring. And Rick Carlisle, one of the few teams that actually let a coach be a coach.
But he got the skin to win, man. He got the complexion to make it happen. If that was anybody else, that nigga wouldn't be in that bitch.
That's true.
And I think he a real good coach. I'm not taking nothing from him. But if that was a dog colored brother, that nigga would have been out there, motherfucker. I'm being honest with you. That's the only thing I'm saying. How many jobs he had since Dallas? Keep it real. Like that nigga like, and what I do like about Rick Carlisle, he get over there, he build a program the right way, right? But then he don't run from the smoke. Like he'll stay there and coach. Like I don't think he'll ever have to deal with the adversity and the stuff that other coaches have to deal with. You know what I mean? They're gonna let him rock out. But Dwayne Casey, JB, Paul Silas, Mark Jackson, these dudes can't stay there long enough to build a tenure to see if they can even get win it on the first rip. Once he said the Splash Brothers was gonna be the Splash Brothers, the best bag shoe coach, people laughed at that nigga, dog.
They sure did.
They laughed at that fucking man, and then now look at him. Steph Curry, a damn 4-time champion. Klay Thompson, a 4-time fucking champion.
Hey, you remember how you said when Kobe was playing? Give me anybody any day of the week. I'm taking this man right here. Mama, there goes that man. It's the man again, mama. It's the man again. Man. Mark Jackson,
they got a whole compilation going down on YouTube about Kobe Bryant. I put it in my community post. Check it out. When I tell you adversity after adversity, and he never ran from the smoke. They showed when they had to pop his finger back in place. They showed his ups and his downs. It's his court case, what he had to go through, how he had to fly in and out, then go straight to the game. So you know how hard that shit is, dog.
None of that. I remember all that stuff, bro. I remember
you gotta stay. You gotta be a focused ass motherfucker to have your life on the line in these crackers' hand, and all of a sudden you still gotta go out there and help a team win a championship and drop 30. You know what I mean? That shit, it ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Who's talking about?
Kobe Bean Bryant.
But
that nigga was
man, right? Adversity, right. So
I don't think nobody can handle that type of pressure,
form. Kobe reaches final form. He faced the adversity and came out on top of it.
After TV after these ball games, a story about Kobe Bryant. I mentioned it yesterday. I seen two different ones. Now the last one I seen,
you did mention it.
The mama had the mama was the son was a photographer. He was a brother man, and he met Kobe Bryant. And then he said talking to Kobe was just like he wasn't Kobe Bryant. He was just Kobe that that's a person and everything. Y'all just got to go back. I've been seeing a lot of that this year though too. I'm like, dang. I've been saying that a lot of my streams, like after these games, they want to sit there and want to do a Kobe little thing. I'm like, oh, now they're showing. But then it dawned on me. I seen more work from any other great legends. Like,
all that dropped out.
Like Mike and even Kobe. I'm seeing them what's really in the trenches, really out there with them people. Ain't no fake cameras on me.
That's when you know who you are, man. That's when you found out, like, you got that in you. Like, how else you gonna know that unless you take on that challenge? Like, a lot of still waiting for those players today to do not run from it, man. Any form of adversity, they duck.
Oh, they didn't call that? Dang. Yeah, hey, I like Benedict.
I need them
Benedict Mathurin. I like Benedict Mathurin because I never forget I remember he was talking to stuff about Jay Reed and you know in Clutch Sports affiliates of
Oh,
ESPN. They
that the
they
kid who
they
say
didn't like
he
that too
coming.
much.
That the kid who say he
And they
coming
was like, man,
at LeBron.
yeah, he coming out of college. He said, man, LeBron about to get all this smoke. He was talking stuff to
Yo,
him.
for real.
I love it.
Yeah,
And
for real.
and you know one thing that too, I've been noticing something too. Wemby, you've been mighty defensive. We already know why you being so defensive and everything like that. You know, what you said the other day was the dumbest thing that I ever heard. When you sat there and
Wemby?
said, "Yeah, of course, Wemby. You know, he become, you know, the one that Jay Reed said that he had like we best friends is weird. Not knowing Jay Reed is not weird. Yeah, I mean, y'all went to high school together. Ding, 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 ding. So, Wemby, you from Akron too? You ain't Jay
What
Reed,
the
right?
what?
You didn't know that?
I'm confused here.
Wemby, that be on TV. He went to, hey, dude, they've been telling, that's why I watch these shows. These people telling themselves, bro. They've been saying, he said it on ESPN First Take. Y'all got to go do your homework and look it up. It's very recent. People telling themselves all the time. All you got to do is just sit back and just watch.
What did Wemby say?
You got to watch the video, man. He
All
said,
right,
basically
all right.
said how long
Send
he
that
been
for
knowing
me.
LeBron.
The kid from
He said,
France.
what you say? What you say, Conquer?
The kid from France. Wemby.
No, I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about Brian. Oh, I ain't mean Wemby. My bad, Wemby. Oh man, my bad. My bad, Wemby. I'm not. I'm thinking about Brian Windhorst. Sorry.
Oh. That, yeah.
My bad. I don't
Man.
know why I was thinking
What
about
was
Wemby.
that? That's him being around a certain crowd and want to impress those people. Like he want to impress
My homeboy
McAfee,
said,
like trying to say something. Like
I'm
to
thinking about
man.
Wimpy from Popeye. My boy called him Wimpy from Popeye. My boy
Man, don't
had
do the
been
man
telling
like
me,
that, man.
and then he talked, and then he do the voice, and then he talk just like it too. When he do it, man, I be dying
Man, don't do
laughing,
that,
man.
man. Don't do that, man. When
I love it when Tuval do Michael Jordan. That joke be had me dead, boy. That joke be had me dead, boy. I be laughing so hard when I be hearing Tuval be doing that, boy. I be like, man, you be doing that, you know.
man, I can't wait to hear MJ assessment on the game today and players today. And yeah, man, if he gonna be an
Hey, but
analyst, I
one
can't
thing about
wait
Reggie
to hear
Miller and
MJ.
Reggie Miller, I'm just the elephant in the room with me is Reggie Miller because NBC set a standard. A lot of people don't understand that, like the NBC got the ratings because of you know who,
Yeah, all
MJ.
them rating. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he is like everybody always wanted him in this kind of space. I never thought about it like that. You know what I mean? You know, because I always sat there and said, I always said this, like, even when um Isaiah Thomas and all these people saying this stuff all these years about him, I ain't really been talking about Mike like that. But it's just getting crazy now where these dudes are just like you got this one dude, he be on TikTok, right? I ain't gonna mention his name because I told him already, you come over here to Lions Den basketball community, you better bring your homework. You better bring especially over here though too. You gotta bring everything because everything is because all this the crazy talk that y'all these talking points is so disingenuous.
Yeah, facts over
And
feelings, man. You gotta leave your feelings out, man. Like
nah, and then they always want to hit you with some numbers and be like, well, he has a higher field goal percentage. Like, huh? You talking about Jay Reed? Yeah, go look at the series when he played the match compared to Kobe. He had better numbers than Kobe, but Kobe beat him in the finals. That's the difference. Now shut the hell up.
Man, he could score 40 and Kobe scored 25. Man, and I'd rather watch Kobe 25. Like
And this is the thing.
ain't going you think you're talking to an 11-year-old, you ain't gonna tell me about somebody who I see play. But you could take them numbers
That's what they
and
do, Cochran. This is what
man,
they do, Cochran. This is
wow.
what they do, right? They go that you do got young people do go back and watch these games, but they don't factor in. They don't understand how basketball was because what
Yes,
and
I
then
just
all I
about to
do.
say that. Like, yeah, it
And then you
watching
got a
on
lot of
yeah.
OGs. You got even I seen some women be flame born these young cats. You know what I'm saying? Be flame born them. I mean, familiar young. Like
Right?
they be killing
Cause
them
man,
dudes.
cause you
The
you
dudes
you
be
you
getting
run
their
in
feelings.
you run into someone who got a 40, a 20, 25-year-old history, and your history is just 12. Like you run into people who actually know the game, man. Like
It's not even that
audacity,
too.
bro. Like
Look at underrated. Underrated scene. You seen the 70s in the 60s. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
They even know about the players in the 50s. You see what I'm saying? And then they don't understand. And shout out to the ones who really do. You dig what I'm saying? That they really um do their homework and pay homage and all that other stuff. You know, they
True,
just
true,
don't do it
true.
no more.
I seen a
But
lot of
Reggie
youth
Miller,
on YouTube. Man,
but
his
Reggie
voice
Miller though,
annoying.
I'm on the fence with Reggie because Reggie, NBC don't be doing that. Look at year 22, y'all all got the you know
Man, Reggie, what a
it's like my
pass.
boys.
LeBron
It's like
just
my
make a
boy
bounce
in
pass.
Louisiana. It's like my boys in Louisiana used to say, man, we used to play dominoes, rolling on 22s.
Oh, man, Reggie Miller
Man,
be really overselling them plays, bro. Like
man, all of
everything
them,
this
man,
man do, bro. Like
every single one,
Doris
boy.
Burke. I mean, but yeah,
No,
it's getting out of hand. I used to like Doris Burke too, bro. Like her insight and stuff,
yeah,
man. I'm like,
she
Doris
lost
Burke.
my respect too once she started capping. And hey, one of my favorite Doris Burke moments was when what's that black dude's name? Oh my god, he always be doing them games now. Mark Jones. It was
Mark Jones, yeah,
her
hot like fish
and
grease.
Mark Jones.
He's cooking, cooking. Yeah, he got them liners. Mark Jones don't play.
Yeah, Mark Jones. My favorite moment when that was the year when Milwaukee was playing Atlanta Hawks, and Mark Jones accidentally said the wrong number in the series. You know what I'm saying? And Doris Burke just gave him a look like you big dumbass.
Like
You
he
told
say
the
who was
script.
up. Oh no.
Yeah, they got videos of it, man. All you got to do is just put in YouTube Doris Burke and Mark Jones. I guarantee you'll see that video and look at her face looking at him like you dumbass. But
Nate,
you notice
what
every
you see
time
happening in the Warriors series? Yeah, I'm just responding to Nate. Indeed.
Max Strus, you was
Come on.
talking all that
Wait,
snuff, you talking all that smack, and you 0 for 8. Lord have
yeah.
mercy.
What Ty
And
Jerome
I like
doing?
Max Strus.
Oh
I like
man.
Max Strus. As a player, 'cause I watched him in college. I remember him at the Paul. When you a shooter, you gonna be
DePaul?
around. But he actually like to try to play defense too. And that's
Oh
a
man,
4-point
Cavs.
play. And Siakam looked like he should be in Shaq Fu, the new edition.
Oh yeah. The thing at
Yeah,
Cavs
that's
now
Shaq.
is they gonna be the Atlanta
Shaq Fu was
Hawks?
a coach. Have you ever played that game before, conquering Shaq
Man, oh
Fu?
I thought you
You ever
said
played
Shaq
that?
and the Fool. I thought you said Shaq and the Fool.
No, I'm talking about Shaq Fu, the video game.
Nah, I ain't know that.
Oh man, that Shaq man, that was that karate. It was on the I think it was on the Sega Genesis. I think back in the day, Shaq Fu. That was my game right there.
That was a fighting game.
Yeah. Yeah. Cleveland is down by 1. Now everybody want to stand up, put your hands up, man. Get these boys out of here. Hey, one thing I do like at the announcer when they get a block shot, he be like, "Get that weak stuff out of here."
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I like the Hornets broadcast too. The Hornets broadcasters, man, they get people in there too.
Bro, yeah. Del Curry. Yeah, Del Curry. I think Del Curry is one of the color.
Yeah.
The other dude be hype though. But the hype is dude I ever hear on the commentary is they I don't know if he still work with Toronto, but the Raptors had the commentary for the Raptors. Man, that dude. I know he be losing. He be sweating after he come out of that seat. I know he be hitting the person next to him. He's swinging his hands the way how this guy be acting up.
He'd be like
Well, he should be old now. I think he old now. He should be.
Probably should be done with Major League. You ever see Major League?
Yeah, I know it. I know. Yeah.
You seen every single one of them?
Damn, how many are there? Shit.
Yeah, it's 3.
I think I just one. I think it's just one. No, I think I just saw one.
They got 2 and 3. It's 3. Yeah, I recently. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that on my off day. That movie is so freaking
yeah. That's funny.
Rest in peace to Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker was in there, man, just drinking it up, announcing the baseball games. Boy, that jump, man, that's a classic. There's so many good. That's when movies was funny as hell. You got Charlie Sheen. Then you got Charlie Sheen as a baseball player. Then he ended up becoming the 2.5 Men, big time.
Man, he had a roller coaster.
If it ain't tricking, if it ain't tricking, if you got it was a thing. It's chicken. If it's chicken when you got it, then you don't get your little crazy stuff up out of here. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I'm the one.
I saw an interview with that dude, and he said he just improvised that line. He just put that line in.
Yeah, that's why Blue Facebook is so crazy when he said that. Man, that what made it so.
Yeah, he said everybody. He put up everybody when he said that. My man said he was in character, whether or not he was on the set. So he was really pissing people off, and he didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Like, man, they be taking this day way to see us. But that line, man, that one of them coldest line, man. He hurt that man when he said that, boy.
Man, he hurt his soul.
He feel that, man. He feel that when he said that, boy. Man, he ain't got to tell him, man, that one bad, bro. Come on. Shit, he ain't wrong, though. Man, Cleveland fighting, they can't go down on their home court at least, man. They got him.
Oh, you already know Jay Reed fans is wrong. Want Cleveland to lose.
Oh, man. Something about 4-1, man. Something about that 4-1. When you look at that 4-1, something about it, man.
Well, Jay Reed tied MJ in 4-1 sweep. So what are we talking about? Don't get me going, Cochran. I'm there right now. And he just throw it down. Halliburton just throw it down. That's a great Bill. I'm gonna miss Bill Walton, man, especially during college basketball season.
Bill Walton. Halliburton throwing it down.
Man, that's a flop into, man. He flop into, man. They be calling that crazy behind stuff, man.
Bro, man. I feel that's the only thing they should review, bro. Flopping, man.
I remember
kick
when
dudes out the game when they flop.
One thing I remember, me and Chicken was like, T-Price, how you know about Halliburton? Like, man, I watched him in college, man. Like, he was nice at Iowa State. he came into a right situation. When you like to play defense and you're a straight floor general and you can score too when you have to, it's just like the old homies used to say, man, I don't care how ugly the shot it is, as long as it go in.
Man, impact, bro. Like as long as you bring in
Ain't
wins,
nobody
bro.
got an
Like
ugly. He
impact,
ain't
man.
got an ugly one than Sean Marion.
Yeah. That's why I thought Philly should not
Sean
have done
Marion's
all that
Ventress, he
with
made it work.
Markel
Mark
Fultz,
Henry.
man. That's why I thought Philly should not have go through all that crap with Markel Fultz,
That
man.
was
Like
an and one. Man,
let
he
the
won.
kid alone, man.
Man, it's great execution by Indiana. They just don't rely on the threes. They shoot the mid range post ups,
Man, they
garland
got
for three.
bigs too.
That's over the top. Oh, it got stuck. Oh, it got stuck. Nope, it's rolling. Is the Magic in the ball? Is the Magic in the ball? No, it got stuck. It got stuck.
Man, not the magnet.
And the ball literally stopped though, because you know how old. Hey, did you? Hey, this is why I watch these shows, listen to these shows, right? Because this is how they like to put it in your face, right? So this morning they was like all on social media. They said it's conspiracy theory that the Dallas Mavericks, the trade that made the whole world that went quiet. And I'm sitting there like. I'm like, dude, like that shook the world. And I was like, it shook the world, man. It didn't shake, bro. I went outside, man. It didn't shake. What shook the world? What? What you talking about, Willis?
Man, let
Hey,
them people
Wills.
care about them like that, man.
Hey, Wills, where you been at, Wills? Hey, Wills, man, you been on witness protection, man. Where you been at, bro? You ain't been in here since you was up 2 games. Oh, don't try to come back around here once you win, even though when you do, it's fair game. I'm gonna let my brother in. Hey, man, you got to raise your hand, man.
Well, New York about to get him out of there, man.
Yeah, that's the homie, man.
Yeah,
Hey, I
that's
remember they
what's
used to
up
be
with
on Will's helmet,
Tatum,
man.
man.
That's
Yeah.
how me and Will's got cool because hey, there's this one stream, right? And it was on a Sunday, right? I can't remember which because that's when Ticket used to do like all the man. There was 2 different conversations going on. They was arguing about Jay Reed, and I didn't. That's one of the times I didn't want to partake of it. So me and Wills, we start naming all the crooked features that we heard of in on mainstream. We had 2 different conversations, boy, and you don't see the comment section, man. They be like, man, like these boys don't start their own conversation, man. Shout out to my boy, him and Ilch and Will too, man. Congratulations, Will. I know you got family doing things like that, man. Hey, you don't come on, you come on. It's all good. But you need to put it in their face because they was talking all that smack. What about the Knicks? What about the Knicks, man? They ain't going nowhere, man. They ain't going nowhere. That's all I've been hearing,
Mitchell,
man.
gotta
And the
make them
same
free
dude.
throws, Mitchell. Oh, but you hit that tree though. Oh, damn.
Yeah, shoot.
Come on, Will, stop pump, man. Put your chest up, bro. Ask them where they at now.
Man, them
New
boys
York,
missing on the milk
Indiana.
carton.
Oh boy,
Man, they
they'll
miss.
bring back a lot of 90s, a lot of 90s nostalgia, bro. Indiana, New York, man.
Conquering. They missing on the milk carton. I'm gonna tell you a funny story, right?
Man, this damn Herb keep out him, bro. I need a torchlight
Shout
for
out to
this
my boy
bitch.
Herm, aka Hollywood Herm. He changed his name a lot.
Hollywood.
Man, call himself Hollywood Herm now. Shout out my boy Hollywood. And D Mitch hit a 3. He betted this
Oh
dude named
damn,
Lemonade.
I'm way ahead of you, man. You just saw that? That's crazy.
Hey man, I'm in the
And I
West
hate
Coast,
this.
bro.
This TNT overtime. Yeah, it's not the live, it's a TNT overtime. I don't even see replays or anything like that. Like it's just the live game I'm watching. It's this app, like NBA TV, League Pass. At least you can still watch it.
And Ty Jerome, you got exposed too. Ain't no way in the
Yeah,
world you should have shot 20 shots. Yeah, you're a good player. You won a national championship. because him and DeAndre Hunter, they won a national championship together in college.
Oh, that cool. Are they on the same? That's a
Yeah, they
kickball.
had
No,
this
they
one
ain't call
dude
that.
too named Guy. I forgot the dude's
Guy.
first name. He done getting drafted by Sacramento.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, I remember some. What happened to
Here comes
Guy?
Cavs. Can the Cavs survive and live to fight and see another day? Nice strip by Neesmith. Because Halliburton, he faced,
You gotta
gave
be
it to
stronger
Siakam
with the ball, man.
after
Gotta be
Neesmith.
strong.
Neesmith, nice drive and one. They ain't giving an and one nice with the contact.
Damn, that's a hard fault, man. It's playoffs, bro.
Hey, but this is another thing
He's
too.
shooting a fall for that. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm here. Hey, it's just like that slap when I heard Jay Reed slap KD in the fourth quarter. You heard that jump clear on national TV to this day, bro. And they ain't calling nothing. That changed the whole series, as D mentions. He's on
Ooh,
fire.
that's a big shot right there. And teams they're going back and forth
Oh,
now.
nice drive. Nice answer. Nope. Nice offensive board. Turner gonna hit them boards. I thought you want to be a Laker. No, I told you need to stay over there with the Pacers. It's them hard. I watched a lot of him because he went in. He played for Gonzaga. Mark Pugh.
That's a big shot.
And that was a good answer.
Yeah, they're going back and forth.
Halliburton, I told you with that defense, get it out of here.
Man, what Jerome doing, bro? Why is he thinking he need to?
Oh,
Man, give Mitchell the ball, man. And one.
oh.
Man, he little boy Jerome there, boy. He little boy him there, steal the ball and one
Halliburton
on him.
letting all that noise know. He letting all these people know that y'all say I'm overrated. I'm going to show you I'm not overrated. Give me that. I told you that boy can play defense. He makes a 3-point play. Hey, we in crunch time. It's under 5 minutes. 29 points, 5
Cleveland.
rebounds, 8 assists.
Yeah, man, he starts show up in the playoffs, man.
Gets it rejected. Good defense by Turner. Truth ain't gonna get it up. Yep, it's over. As we come to the end of the road, as I can't let go.
Cleveland fans, man, y'all pull out them pillows. Pull out them pillows and kneel and start praying. Cleveland fans, man, like whoever you believe in, right? Bring out them prayers now. Halliburton feeling like you want to take this over now, bro.
And I want to see
They just need to execute.
Nice save. That's a dagger. Nope. I mean, they already had a dagger shot, but if he hit this, way short rebound. Neesmith, and guess who Neesmith got started off playing with? The Boston Celtics.
Oh yeah. Oh, Neesmith. Where he with? He with the Pacers?
Yeah, you start for the Pacers.
Man.
And look at New York Knicks. They had Obi Toppin. They got rid of him.
Man, Warriors had Obi Toppin and let him go, man. Anyway, what am I talking? They would have had that kid on the bench, bro. Like,
man, he would have
Steve
been.
Steve Kerr wasn't playing Obi Toppin. Yeah.
They're gonna do him. They're gonna do him like they did Kuminga. As soon as everybody get hurt, okay, now you gotta go ahead and play now.
Yeah. Kuminga making them look foolish.
Y'all can't make nothing.
Yeah, come on, Jerome.
Yeah.
That's wide open, bro. You gotta hit that shot, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get off the court. If you're hitting a wide open shot and you getting stripped and you can't defend, you gotta get off the court, Jerome.
It's over now. It's over now. It's over now. It's over.
Mitchell missed that shot too, bro. That's an easy push shot, man. That's a man.
That's what boy Leasy say, man. It's manufactured. Man, he had me dead, boy. I had to go back and listen to that. Because him and Ron Town was going, they was like, I heard them cooking, then I was doing some other stuff, man. And then I came back on, I was like, man, these dudes still, I'm like, okay. James like, man, they still going at it, bro. Like, they both making great points. I'm still with the popcorn. I'm like, oh, that's what we do, man. Like, that, hey. You see, and then it's no disrespect, ain't no, calling you out your name, and I'm gonna pull
Right.
up doing that dumb, but
Ain't no telling you what time of the day your mama make
pull out
you.
your own darn nose. You want to talk about another man? I don't get into that tough guy talking, man. Hey, that stuff, no.
For real.
Life is too short, man. You don't know what type of time what people be going through at that given minute, at that given time, for real. No. I don't want no faces. You took my mama away. You did it. I ain't take nothing. No. I don't want them kind of problems.
Hey, man, that didn't call for. None of that didn't call for, man. People mad because someone didn't agree with you. You're making it your business to try and make people agree with you. Like, man, even if you right.
Oh, I like how Charles Barkley doubled down though, and he was like, because Dan Patrick asked him a question. He was like, "So you got Jay Reed is out of so you said Jay Reed lose in the first round, he's out your top 5," and he was like, "I still got him number 7 behind Kobe Bryant, and he got him at 6." And then he named all the players that he had. He had. I know he said Russell. I know he said Will. I can't forget like
Kareem.
Jerry West. Jerry West is in there.
You said Kareem?
Yeah, Kareem. And Oscar
MJ.
Robinson. And Oscar
Okay.
Robinson.
Right.
So and then I got it. Yeah, you can look it up. Like, it's really, yeah. And he was like,
he don't have MJ any top 5.
I don't do all that stuff. It's just his opinion.
Charles.
I don't think
No, yeah, that's understandable, man. He play with MJ. I mean,
everybody's different, man.
but it just that's his though. Like that's his.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the people he grew up watching. Yeah, that's the people he grew up watching and idolize and think. Like that's what those questions is all about.
He had
like
Duncan. He had Duncan in there too, I think. I know Duncan was in there too.
Yeah, Duncan Cole.
No, he said no, he's first 6 or 7. I think Duncan was in there. Yeah, you just look at the interview that he just did with Dan Patrick, because a lot of people don't remember Dan Patrick used to be on ESPN.
Dan Patrick have man, he get them players, he get them ex-NBA players come on, eh? Because I saw a clip of Ray Allen with him. Like I see that like Ray Allen does a weekly thing with him. Seems like Reggie Miller too. Like I seen lots of clips of him and Reggie Miller. Like it's like they do a show kind of like most of the clips is like, man, you ain't doing a podcast this often. This have to be something like a weekly thing.
Hold up.
That's a big shot, Mitchell.
Hold up. That looked like some camera stuff. I gotta look at that again. That looked like that was a moon ball. And this dude made the 3. Hold on, I gotta look at this shot again because when he shot this mug, he shot put and this thing went like nothing but net. Stop playing.
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, that was a crazy man.
I gotta look at this again because I had to wind it back. I had to look at this again.
What
And
the
it
hell
looked
he do with
crazy.
them pink? He got pink and yellow shoes,
Look
though.
at oh, that's just filthy, man. Like
That's his building too, bro. Yeah, that probably feel natural to him. Just man, got a Russell Wilson moon ball, bro.
man, they call a
Got
foul.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Come on,
Is
man.
he
You
shooting
gotta be
three? Is
better
that
than that,
three? Is he shooting three?
man. Got to be more careful. He ball don't lie, as Rasheed Wallace say. Ball don't lie.
Are you
We used to
kidding
say
me,
that all.
bro? You gotta make
We
your
used to
free
say,
throws.
we used to say that all the time too, Conquer growing up. When dude used to call a foul, and we were like, man, you got to shoot for it.
What
If you
the?
think you shot for
This
it at the
man,
free throw line, you have to shoot
this
from the
man missed
3-point line.
all them. Oh,
Ball don't lie. Ball
oh
don't
my
lie.
goodness.
Ball
Well,
don't lie.
well, they give you a leash, bro. They give you a chance, Mitchell. They give you, but you.
Cavs want all three.
Mm.
Cavs fans try to cheer him on. He feeling the pressure. He missed all three. Oh
That's
my
crazy
God, a
work,
rubber.
man.
Pause.
Pressure bust pipe, man.
Yeah. Arms get sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
Oh,
Halliburton
Donovan.
gets it rejected. 6-point lead. Strus. Mitchell, corner three. You bet. He's on fire.
Man, that you would have tied the
He could have.
game there, brother. That would have been tied game.
Oh my God. It would have been a tie game, yeah, but this is a point possession
You,
right
you
here.
still give a team a chance, though. You still give a team a chance. Can't be mad with that.
Yeah. I know my boy gonna
One
message me and
possession
think there
game.
was a madness. That looked like
One
my
possession.
boy messaged me, said that's gonna be a madness shot. I was like, what's a madness shot? And then I seen it. I had to wind it back. I'm like, nah, man, that looked like a jump shot. But that did have some arc on that shot, though.
Yeah,
It
he
was
said that
way up there.
it came down faster, bro. That some bitch came down. That came down
Yeah,
like
that looked like a video game kind of 2K kind of switch too, bro. Like and one. I told you, man.
oh
As
man.
we come
Wow.
to the end of the road.
Man, who's that? Matron? Who's that? Matron again?
That's Nimhard.
Nimhard, man, that's a big shot, right?
Nimhard
Dang.
got game.
Yeah.
He got game. He
Man,
played
they
for a
got
good coach
ballers
in college.
on that
And he liked to play
and
defense.
Pacers. They got ballers and Pacers, bro. They got Toppin coming off the bench. Like that's all I need to know. Like,
And they got Toppin from the New York Knicks.
I always loved that kid, bro. I always thought he was like,
Hey, cause the Knicks. Hey, let me tell you something. The Knicks traded Toppin for his younger brother.
no, oh
They
damn,
got traded brother for brother, for real.
I ain't even playing him.
And they ain't even playing him.
What the hell Knicks doing, bro?
Hey, but look what the Knicks doing now, though.
It was
Look
a
at the
dumb
gap
salary.
bridge.
That's crazy. They
They got
dump his
bridge.
brother for his brother as a salary.
Oh, and Nimhard got a brother. Yeah, his brother's shorter though. His brother got game though.
Damn,
But
Cleveland. People leaving, boy.
I don't
Yeah,
think
hit
he's
that
better than Big
traffic,
Bro
man.
though. He ain't better. No, he's 10 or 15, got 30 points. Come on, man.
God damn.
Hey,
That boy efficient like gas in full stroke engine. Shit.
and even Halliburton always did have a good assist to turnover ratio. He was like that in college too. He always had a good assist to turnover ratio.
That's a great sign. That's a great sign of a point guard there, man. A ball handler. I'll take that, yo. Yeah,
He
Cleveland.
does have
This
4
is
turnovers though. As long as you
this is disappointing, Cleveland. For real.
most coaches be like, you got more than 3, you running them laps. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton with the rebound. It's over. It's over. It's over now. It's over now. It's over now. It's over. It's over. Corner 3. Bang. He's
Oh
on
man.
fire.
I mean,
Oh,
is
Bird
that like
waved
the
me to
sixth
bye
nail
bye.
in the coffin? That's dirt on the coffin now, like cause they already put the nail in it. They already buried
Hey,
them. That's dirt.
I,
That's dirt on the coffin, man.
I always said this, Miles Turner, man. Like that when you was talking like you want to go to LA. Why you want to go to LA? Look what you doing in Indiana, man.
Man, he go to
Like,
LA. He would have been somewhere else already, bro.
he probably been got over there and traded you or got rid of you. Ain't no telling how they get down over there, man. That's the dirty game over there now, man.
Ain't no telling how they get down.
Man, look how they doing Westbrook. Look how they, man, and
Man, Dalton Connect. That's gotta be rough, bro, to get traded and then come back and like how you
not
man,
even
that's a
that.
rough
Not even that.
situation to go back to work, bro. That's whew.
Hey, it not only that, and to more insult the injury, allegedly, his son get off the bench before you.
Damn.
Hey,
You're a higher
that's
draft.
that's crazy work. And mind you, Don Quinnick, he put in the work. I watched this whole career so far. I know a lot of people say he still got to be professional and everything like that. But shoot, man, I feel some type of way too. Like, man, y'all
Oh,
traded
for
me
sure,
thinking I
bro.
can get away, and then all of a sudden, it didn't come through. Now you want me to come back and you already tried to trade me before, and I think, hey, I said it. I tried to tell the homie. I was telling Ron, telling this, I'm like, man, the Lakers got a good pick, but then again, how come he couldn't be in a rotation?
Man.
They said they need shooters. You don't even have to create for him. He can create for himself. You need a player like that. It's over.
And the
Yep.
guard before, the year before, Hot for shit. He ain't even in the league no right now. Man. No, yeah.
This is the
All right,
conference
Cleveland. This is
finals.
a kind of
This is the first
disappointing to
time
this.
since 2013-14 season, man.
Oh, Pacers book. Oh, Pacers the first. Pacers the
This is
first
the
team
first
to
time
book.
back to back since 2013-14 season of going to. That's the J. No, that ain't the J. Reed area. I'm talking about the Pacers. I think that was Oladipo. No, that
Huh.
had to be that's Paul George and them, right? Paul George and them, I think. And
That was the last time they didn't
David West.
this Pacers team weren't this
They
Pacers
had
team
David
last
West.
season? Didn't they make a deep run last season too?
Yeah, they made
This
it to the
Pacers team.
they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Can you
Yeah, I
remember?
thought so.
They
Yeah, I
lost to
thought
they
so.
lost they lost to the Celtics. Can you remember?
Right.
Halliburton got hurt. Can you remember
Yeah,
they were saying how Indiana, yeah, it's true, but I cannot continue, especially a team like them. They young and they know who they are, and when they run, they run. Because the last time I seen the Indiana Pacers made it to the NBA Finals when they lost to the Lakers with Reggie Miller, older Chris Mullin,
the
older
Davis
Mark
brothers.
Jackson.
That when they had the Davis brothers. Oh,
They had Rick Schmitz, Austin Crocier,
oh man, they were old. Big.
Jalen Rose. Cause Jalen Rose hurt Kobe
Jalen.
Bryant in Game 1.
You hurt him?
Yeah, that's why his numbers is down. They want to kill Kobe Bryant. Well, why you go do? Because Jalen Rose intentionally hurt him. He even admitted that he did.
Oh my, come on, Jalen.
Yeah.
What up, dude?
Hey. That's why one of my favorite Kobe commercials when he was like, "Hey, Kobe, how's it going?" He said, "You would like a drink?" He said, "How many dollars, Mr. Bryant?" He said, 81.
81.
Man, that look on
Savage.
Jalen Rose's face, boy, it was like, man, why you said that to me, bro?
And Kobe dead serious, bro. Savagery, bro.
It's crazy because his daughter, Gianna, had the same moves as her dad too. Like shooting that fadeaway jumper, it was crazy, bro. I was seeing it like
Oh
I seen a
man.
lot of videos surfacing because because she would have been 20 if she was alive today. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, she would have been in
anyway,
college.
yeah,
But she would have go
yeah.
LSU, UCLA, which
Knowing her, she probably would have been I don't know, that would have been crazy. Because UConn was interested in her, USC
mm.
local, but yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, man, because
Oh yeah,
tomorrow's
for
Friday.
real. Man, that time been good, bro. Man, I'm about to put my daughter to bed now. Like way past
Yeah,
that
but
time too. My brother.
yeah, that's when they had Danny
Good
Granger.
chilling, man.
Facts. Thanks, Tony. Playoff P,
Danny
Danny
Granger,
Granger.
a nice player, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
he Danny playoff Paul just took the reins from him. Yeah, he's a
and they
nice
had
player
my
right
boy.
there.
Did they have my boy Lance Stevenson too? Well,
Lance,
I
you make
liked when
him
he played with the
dance.
Lakers, man. When he was with the Lakers, man, hey, I watched him, man, because he's from New York, and his nickname was Born Ready. That was his street ball name, Born Ready. That right there should tell you all about.
Tough. Hey man, I'm gonna hop on
Oh
Deep
yeah,
Prize. Respect,
oh
brother.
yeah. I'm about to hop out too. AJ Reed. Hey, I know you ain't in the playoffs. I know you're happy now. That hey Cleveland, this one's for you. I know y'all Brown fans is happy that they lost. Hey, they lost. I did pick them to lose. Then can't pick them all. But my last final words is Jay Reed, man. Give Kareem back his basketball, man. You don't deserve that basketball, man. Just give Jay Reed back his basketball, please, and give it to him while he's alive. I'm out.